We've crawled towards the middle of the second inning. Goodwood just scored a run. Peter Pake helping Goodwood take advantage of some opportunities. A beautiful sunset, though, coming over the season. Will this be the sun setting on the baseball season here in South Australia, or will we have one more game? Goodwood need to win this one to force a Game 3, and that is a fire sky if I've ever seen one tonight.
That is beautiful.
Beautiful.
This game's been going for 40 minutes, and we're only at the bottom of the second. Could be a long night.
The game was supposed to start at 6 o'clock. It's now 7:20, and we're in the bottom of the second. We should have known as soon as there was the delay with the bases. Sam McGarry, rather, comes up to bat. Michael Gain on the mound.
Change up.
Yeah, no Jeremy Creswell in this game. He did his hamstring, so he's out for the weekend.
Yeah, I reckon we might see him at some stage, maybe at
Kirk Gibson styles?
The X Factor. Is that what you're saying, Scott?
Factor.
Are you giving something away you shouldn't?
Inside information?
Mate, West Torrens aren't listening to this feed right now. I can't say anything.
Popped up towards the left side of the diamond. Stephen Welsh makes the play, one down. Wait, so you think Jeremy Creswell could come in for a little pinch hit, walk off, you know, Kirk Gibson styles?
I don't think.
Well, I'm saying if it's the bottom of the ninth and you got runners at second and third and you one run down, I'm saying he's going to hit.
Jeremy Creswell.
I know he's coming.
He doesn't have to run.
No.
He doesn't have to run. He just
Well, then why wasn't he the DH tonight?
No,
Close. He was very close.
He was very close to being the DH tonight.
What Michael's saying is that if you're
Close
in a
only
winning
counts in
position-
horseshoes and hand grenades there.
Michael's saying if you're in a winning position, you bring him in for a time at bat.
You don't have to run.
Don't have to run. You
Game's
score,
over.
You go to first base. We go to Game 3.
Just stay tuned, folks.
Max Stagg takes a pitch. Had an RBI, a couple RBIs last night, cashed in the runs that elevated them into the mercy rule territory in that 9-run 6th inning. Gets jammed a little bit. Ball up in the air. Matt Hutchings calls everybody off, makes the play. 2 down.
Just what I'm seeing right now is that West Torrens, due to the fact that Michael Gunn throws that variation, getting a lot of pop-ups.
Yep. That is.
You've got to be able to throw all your pitches for strikes.
Yeah.
That's
And
3
when
out
you
of
do-
5 pop-ups.
Yeah, but the hitters become off balance. They don't get set. They don't get set to sit on a pitch because Garney can throw all his pitches for strikes. And the thing when he throws back the front, as they say, you know, you lead with your off-speed stuff instead of your fastball.
Yep.
It makes his fastball look a lot faster.
Definitely
Sure
does.
Mitch Neuenborn had a hit and a walk last night. Scored a couple of runs. Also started on the mound, went 7. Was very impressive in that performance, Mitch Neuenborn last night. If they were given votes, it'd probably read 3 votes, M. Neuenborn last night.
3 votes, 2 votes, and 1 vote.
Well, if it was a one-game series, he was MVP.
Yeah. And if he plays a full season, does he take out the Caps medal?
Yeah, hard to say, Rev. That's a tricky one.
Jacko's got it.
Nah,
and
I mean,
congratulations
Mitch,
to Big Jacko.
Mitch Neuenborn missed about the 10 games in the middle of it, and he finished about like 17 votes behind JBR. It would have been really hard to catch him. It's a big win for Jack Brebner-Russ, but Mitch Neuenborn strikes out. It's the first strikeout of the day for Michael Gain. He's 6 up, 6 down. We've played 2. Goodwood lead West Torrens 1-0.
Citadel IT has been built on the foundations of trust and reliability. We have experience in all aspects of IT, including cloud computing, security, networking, and more. If you are looking for an experienced team that will give you an honest answer about your business needs, then contact Citadel IT today.
Fans are bundled up tonight, aren't
Look
they?
at that sky, Eric.
It's good. Rate it out of 10. How do you rate it?
No, that is a 10.
That's a 10.
There.
That means that you couldn't have a better sky.
That's 10.
Wow.
What's the saying, Proddy? Do you know the saying about
Red sky at night,
Sailor's
shepherd's delight.
There you go.
Sailor's
Red
delight.
sky in the morning,
Sailors
shepherd's
be warned.
warning.
We say that. We say it with sailors.
Well, we're shepherds. We deal with.
We
sheep
say
here.
sailors in Canada at on our Great Lakes in
Sailors.
there. Yeah, red sky at night, sailor's delight.
The sailor.
When all those explorers were trying to crack through all the frozen tundra of the Great Lakes around Ontario.
Welcome back, folks, and just a little pitching stat here. We're in the second innings. Will Corticus is at 54 pitches, 37 strikes, 17 balls. Interesting, last night Mitch Newborn after 6 innings was at 82. 54 in 2.
It's 27.
82 in 6.
So if he continues that pace, he'd be at 81 by the end of this inning.
That's right.
Jack Bushell goes fishing. Nick George, Tyrone Hambley, out. Bit of a better throw from Nick George on that one.
Got his footwork right.
Riley Moore has a double. He nearly scored. He'll come up to bat.
Remember Les Barron? Les Barron, you know Les Barron very well.
Do very well.
Gave me a skipping rope. He said, skip, get your feet right.
Wow.
Infielders need good feet.
Really?
Skip.
Quick feet.
Yep.
Quick feet get
Yep.
you outs. Get you in position.
Well, there's a little lesson for the kids at home.
So
Riley
what-
Moore fouls it away.
So what happened, Scott?
He also gave me a glove with no pocket.
Oh.
A glove with no pocket.
Yep. And said, work on you.
Yep.
Don't need the pocket.
There you go.
I won 3 best and fairest, Michael. 3 premierships. I was happy with my career. Well, it's never in your league. Sorry, mate. You know.
Is that the train going past?
And Les
Well, you
Barron.
asked me what happened. I just told you.
And Les Barron, Scotty. Les Barron, Caps medalist.
There you go.
I think we all know Les.
Anyone else on this table win a Caps medal?
Oh,
Yeah. Did you, Michael?
Did you?
No Cats medals.
Rev, how about you?
oh, sorry, I'll put my hand up on that one.
Riley Moore battling away. Now, Jackson Brebner-Russ won the Caps medal on
Well
Wednesday
done,
night. It
Jacko.
was a pretty cool moment for him. You saw how that
Superstar.
meant to the Sturt club in general.
They went
There's
crazy too,
literally,
didn't they?
Jordan McCardle was crying.
Yeah.
Like, people going nuts. And you could tell how much that meant to Jackson Brebner-Russ. That great post from his partner, Chelsea, that said, literally, she asked him in the morning kind of how he was feeling, and he said, yeah, this has been my dream. So
Yeah.
he was really nervous. Rev, when you won the Caps medal, what did that mean? Like, when you won that as a South Australian, did you feel the magnitude of the moment when you had won that?
You do, and I was in an unfortunate situation that I was 1 vote behind Andrew Lewis, who was my catcher. So we had 1-2. He picked up 1 vote in the last game down at Glenelg against Southern Districts, and I picked up 3 and got him by 1.
In the last game.
And Paul Beck was the umpire.
Riley
He
Moore-
obviously called too good a game.
No, I threw a really good game.
Oh, right, okay.
a Caps medal
Could've
worthy
called some
game.
bad pitches. They got a couple of hits. You only got 2, and then he got 3 votes, and then he would have won it.
I would have shook him off.
Stephen Welsh up to bat now with Riley Moore on. But you can feel how important that was when you knew when you won that, when you were collecting that medal, where you're like, yep, this is pretty cool.
As I said, you reflect. You reflect on what your season's been like, and you say, yeah, I'm probably going to be around the mark. I don't know. I wasn't going to that night, and I was asked by the club, and my wife was actually told that, yeah, I've won it. So she kept the secret.
Oh, well done, Jim.
Yeah.
Where was Armagard? Where was Armagard with the votes? Making sure no one knew.
Yeah.
Well,
How's that?
Hey, what's going on there?
hey, they check all the votes and they make sure. But yeah, it was a great night out at Unley Road. Can't remember.
Yeah, it was
place.
the ballroom.
Ballroom,
Kingswood
yes.
Ballroom.
That's correct. Yeah.
I remember arriving.
And leaving in an ambulance.
Oh,
drunk.
come on! I
Drunk.
sang a few songs and
Couple of sherbets.
Oh, people have a good time. People had a good time at this one. This year it was more of a social event this year than it was.
Stand-up sort of.
Do you reckon I'm allowed back now? I think I got suspended for 10 years.
Did you?
Did you?
10 years.
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking. Only joking, people.
It was 20.
I didn't get suspended.
Stephen Welsh checks swing, and Will Corticus has a big scalp. Gets Stephen Welsh in the middle of the lineup.
That is a good pitch right there.
That's a big out in that situation. That's for sure.
Just stops the momentum a little bit. A guy that led off the last inning and then later scored, Dylan Child, now comes to the plate. What are the other venues that Cap's been at? I've only been here, was at Findon for about 5 years in a row or 6 years in a row, and then
Football Park.
Football Park, Glenelg Football Club.
You would remember this venue, Sam's at Norwood Footy Club. Remember that one?
I do, and I ventured there on a Saturday night regularly. As I said,
Sam's?
I didn't go.
Norwood Footy Club. They used to have a nightclub called Sam's, but they had the venue there one night. It was a big.
Where was the nightclub at Norwood Footy Club?
Opposite the football club was where their clubhouse
where
was.
like the OTR is now?
No, just down the side street.
On Wood Street.
Wood Street, yeah. I was just going to have a say there that this is the second Caps medal I've missed, and it's only due to having a back operation, and it was a stand-up show, and I just couldn't do it.
We could have got a seat for you.
Seats.
They did got.
There was like 200 seats there.
Special seat for you too, Rev.
Yeah, well, I put
padded seat.
All the old guys. They said, "Well, give me a seat."
I used to love going to the Caps medal. One guy I used to love catching up with was Don Rice.
Yeah.
Man, he's just
everybody
great character.
Raves about Don Rice.
He was my first.
I'm sad I never got to meet him.
Oh.
He was my first state coach back in 1979, under 15s.
Everybody raves about that guy.
4 times Caps medalist.
Could play, heard that. Seen that in the record books. Big strikeout looking. Will Corticus gets Stephen Welsh and Dylan Child looking after Riley Moore got on base for the second time tonight. And that is going to get the mojo going for Will Corticus, who looks well and settled into the game now.
That was some brilliant pitching right there. He's got the ground ball on Jack Bushell, walked Riley Moore, but to come back with those 2 punches right there, that was good. He got Steph out on a breaking ball, and then he gets Child out on a fastball outside. That's mixing it up, like you said before, Dunny, the key for him.
And kept his pitch count down too, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, he really has. He's come back to 69.
He was at 50, so 15 pitch inning with 4 batters. And through the middle of that lineup, the 2, 3, 4, 5 part of it.
And a bloke got on.
Yeah, that's impressive. Meanwhile, Michael Gaines going back to the mound. I don't know if are those ominous skies, or is that just a what is up with this sky?
Let me look at the rain parrot.
Do you have a rain parrot app too?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Soup Dog's on all over it.
It's so nerdy.
Nerdy. Mate, I'm old.
A rain parrot.
Oh.
I might look hip and up with it. But
the grey hair gives you away.
I got another cool app as well. It's a flight. Tells you what flights are coming in, the flight radar.
Okay.
And you can see the planes coming in. And I don't sit down there.
Do you sit down here?
You should have brought that app up when we were trying to kill 40 minutes at the beginning of this game, trying to fix the first base.
Next plane coming out is going to Melbourne.
Yeah. There was a big guitar. Big guitar came in just a moment, or probably earlier tonight.
So during the break, we've got a couple of minutes here. Eric, when does big league game start? Is it tomorrow or the next day?
Nah, not yet, does it?
Is it on the weekend, next weekend, is it?
Yeah. The 7th, I thought, in the week.
But minor league games?
No.
All start at the same time?
AAA does, but minor league games start a little bit later on in the month.
Do they?
Yeah. A lot of times those minor league spring training guys, they get held back a couple weeks after the fact.
Yep.
As
another off-speed pitch.
Tyrone Hambley takes a pitch. No hits, no walks yet off of Michael Gain into the 3rd inning.
So there you can see that Garney's working back the front there. First pitch is an off-speed curveball, and then he throws a change-up. So, that's what makes his fastball more dominant.
Hard hit ball over towards 3rd. Stephen Welsh can't save that one. It's going to nestle up behind the tarp. It'll be a tarp rule double for Tyrone Hambley. It's the first hit of the ball game.
That ball's trapped behind the tarp, so that just gets ruled as a ground ball double. The player can go
to see
in.
whether it was a fair ball.
It was. It was.
It was a good effort from Stephen Welsh.
It's hard to tell, but it looked like there was a puff of dust.
Blake was ducking.
So Nico Vanderlinden with a runner in scoring position, and West Torrens down by a run. Showing bunt. Vanderlinden had that big hit that started that rally last night, I think, or he had a hit that was part of that rally.
Yeah, you're right. he got the lead-off hit. that got things going, and then Jasper Clark came up and hit that triple. So, again, that production from him has hit a number 8.
Showing bunt, drops it down. Michael Gain gets over there, zips it over towards first base. Josh Cakebread brings it in, but he advances the runner to third, so Wes Torrens opting to play a little bit of small ball right now and just try to get that runner over to third to try to bring him in to tie it up.
West Torrens put a lot of faith in the bottom of their lineup when they bunt with their 7-8 guys, and you put your number 9 hitter, a young kid, to put pressure on him to score a run.
Yeah, you're right.
So they've got a lot of confidence to do that.
Worked last night, though, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You've got a lot of confidence in the bottom of your lineup to do the right thing and give them the opportunity to try and be the heroes.
And it's the fielder playing back, and if you think back as through your state teams and everything, it's that part of your execution round. Infield back, hit a ground ball. And that's where right now Jasper Clark, he does that and they score a run and it's a tied ball game.
He had 2 extra base hits, 2 doubles last game, or he had the double and the triple, sorry. He tried to stretch a double into a triple on his first hit of the game, and he got gunned down at third. He's a spark plug, Jasper Clark. He's a high-energy player.
Ex-Goodwood boy.
And Goodwood's middle infield here playing back, so they're prepared to give up the run to get an out here early in the game.
Ex-Goodwood boy.
Yes.
So he's a player that left the club that everybody loves to come to. Culture.
Thanks, Eric.
Bang! Attaboy, Eric. Get him.
You're all over it, Eric.
Man, I'm almost speechless. That doesn't happen.
You just walk straight into that. That was beautiful.
He had some good mates at West Torrens, spent a few times obviously out at Lenny's and those sort of places, and decided to go to West Torrens, hang out with his mates.
Oh, we know, Pratty. That hit him.
Now,
that's going to be critical how we call this.
Did it get him?
Talk us through this, Rev.
I reckon he moved in on that. I really do. And, yeah, as I said, if that ball was going through the batting box, he's entitled.
I think we're going to have a chat, too. I think that's what Wiggy's going to come and talk about.
So how can...
What do you think?
How can this be changed?
He's gone forward. He's gone forward, so he hasn't actually leant over the plate or towards the plate. So
can we see the camera at centre field? Is there centre field camera? Let's see whether he leans in on that or not. If we can get that camera.
Just notice there, Michael, he's leaned forward, but not sure if he's leant in.
Here we go. Oh,
it's a fine line.
So did he lean forward or lean in?
If it comes through the box,
he's entitled to take it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually physically move.
And he can still move up and down.
Yeah.
So he moves slightly down, but it's still coming through the box, right?
Yeah, but on that situation right there, you can see a little movement in towards the plate. So
either way, Jasper Clark earning a spot on the base, taking one on the elbow, and it's runners on the corner. So it's 2 runners out there, the go-ahead run on base. It does open up the double play ball. However, Jasper Clark can fly, and Nick George can also fly, and that's who's up to bat right now.
Yeah, you'd have to hit a hard ground ball to one of the infielders here to have an opportunity to turn a double play.
We saw that happen in the Sturt Game 3 that Rev and I did last week. That line drive right towards third where Dylan Child laid out, made the catch, landed right on the bag.
Yeah, and look, Jasper's going to be running at some stage, don't you think?
No, I don't. No, not in this situation. You want to score the run. You don't want to get someone thrown out.
Yep.
And then have Nick George pop up for your third out.
Correct. Because if they throw the ball over, Bones is not going to score.
No.
They know that Bones is not the quickest guy in the world, and you just
Riley
don't give...
versus Clark in a race.
Yeah, but does it? Yeah,
be a good battle, wouldn't it?
Be a very good battle.
But you don't. But you just don't. You don't.
Yeah.
It's not something you play, especially when you're down 1-0 and it's only the third innings.
And then if the infield for Goodwood cut, and then they're going to get Tyrone easy.
Bone, it's not a matter of Bone coming home. It's a matter of Jasper beating Riley in that.
Yeah.
Those two going head to head.
No, I mean, realistically, all you're looking for here is Nick George to hit the ball in the outfield.
Yeah.
To score a run.
Yeah, and if he gets thrown out at second, it takes away that small ball opportunity.
As Rev said, then a fly ball or any ball out is out of the innings, so you can't give it up, right?
If he gets out here, would you consider then, with 2 outs, then putting some pressure on?
Then you may think about running in a situation to have runners at second and third.
Yeah.
Yep, you certainly would think of something like that.
Nick George just has to do what Tyrone Hamley did last night. Tyrone rolled over on first two times at bat, had a runner at third, put the ball out to right field, and scored the run. That's Nick's job right here.
That's right. Or even a ground ball to a shortstop and second base. Just put the ball in play.
Then we get to see the big man run down at third base. Nick George and a good hitter's count. Michael Gain was cruising 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's who he retired to start this inning, but 2 batters on now with just 1 out. And West Torrens, who can win the premiership tonight, are threatening.
7, 8, 9 come up, and we see 7, 8, 9, and 7 sitting at third, and 8 is sitting at first.
And 7, 8, 9 got it done for Goodwood, their first turns at bat. That's who generated who scored, cashed in the run from Dylan Child.
That was a good 3-1 pitch that Michael's
Off
thrown
speed.
in. Off speed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
For a strike.
good pitch. And that's having a pitcher on the mound that has control of all his pitches.
Yeah. So this is an interesting situation where Jasper runs 3-2 with 1 out. But again, strikeout, throw him out. You're out of the innings, don't score a run.
He's trying to get a signal over to Bone then, I think. See whether he could run.
Taking a big hop over there. Doesn't need to steal second because he's going to get it for free.
And that doesn't hurt Goodwood because it just loads the base, which gives them a double play ball. They can come through home for the force out.
Play it up the middle.
Yeah.
Jacob Scott comes up to bat.
The only problem is you've got burners first, second, and at the plate. You got guys that can run.
It's a force out, though. You just get the out.
What about the burner at third?
You're only going to get one.
That's
just
fine.
saying. Yeah, I'm just saying if you want
home.
to get a double play, you play that up the middle. Pivots up the middle.
Yeah, but Jacob's not quick.
No.
Not as quick as the 2 that are on base, that's for sure.
No. So a ground ball here, you still get the out at second, and you can take your time with Jacob not being as quick as the other 2, right? Or the middle infield, ball hit to Welshie, he probably goes to second as well with Josh, knowing that Jacob's not the fastest runner.
Yep.
Corners are in.
You're not coming home at any stage. You're going to go through your double.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. Michael Gain races ahead in the count.
Probably that situation there, the coach would say to you, play it where you go.
Yeah,
if you're coming forward, you probably make the play at the plate. If you're going and it comes sideways, you go on a second, right?
Yep.
Lurking on deck is RBI king Tom McGarry. Crucial moment in this game. We'll come back and we'll circle this as a pivotal moment either way. Scott holds off on the pitch. It's just the first ball to Michael Gain, who's laboring for the first time in this contest.
It's got to be cold out there.
Scott to right field, foul. Still 2 strikes on him. Jacob Scott on the season did have 22 runs batted in.
That's good production.
And he might have one here. It's jammed over towards second. They're going to make the play. So Jacob Scott couldn't quite get enough on it. Jack Bushel brings the play down. And now with 2 outs.
I thought when he first hit that, he hit it on the line. I thought he actually hit that harder than he did.
Well, bases are loaded for Tom McGarry. And Tom McGarry had 48 RBIs in the minor rounds. He's got 8 RBIs in 5 playoff games so far. He is red hot. And with the bases loaded, this is what Tom McGarry does. He cashes in runners on base. How many times this season has it felt like West Torrens have had runners in scoring position, and this guy up to bat, and the formula is tried, tested, and true, but will it hold up in the grand final setting where his team can win it all tonight? Michael Gain, first pitch strike.
Yep.
Change up, first pitch. Now puts McGarry off balance because he's not sure what's coming now, right? So that's the interesting thing with Garney. Do you go back with that pitch again? Do you throw something off speed again? And then he gets ahead of him and he throws a fastball that looks faster than it actually is.
Yep.
So good pitch sequence so far for for Garney against McGarry here. See what he comes up with this pitch.
And this is an important pitch here. 0-2, you really got to locate your pitch here.
He's inside Tom right now in his head. What am I going to get?
He's got pitches to play with.
Right now, 0-2, you can just be a little bit finesse.
You want to
get an edge, get him swinging.
McGarry down the line, it goes foul.
Didn't get that pitch up enough. I know what he was trying to do there. He's trying to get up around his eyes, but he didn't get it up enough.
But that's not a bad thing, right? Because he's got him inside here.
Well, it could have been disastrous.
It could have been, but it's not, right? So now he's got the
Soft
outside
away.
edge to nibble at.
Soft away.
Let's see what comes here. Crucial part of the game.
Well laid off. Well laid off.
Especially 0-2.
A good hitter lays off that. An inexperienced young hitter is going to go swinging at that. Or an over and aggressive hitter. This is a 420 hitter.
Stays alive.
Battle Royale.
The Goodwood fans can sense how big this is down that left field line. They're kind of holding their breath at every pitch that Michael Gain releases. Does he go change up here?
Yeah, it's probably time for that change up again down. You wouldn't want to be throwing a fastball anywhere near his power zones.
Hit hard on the line. It takes a weird hop on Child. It'll be a foot race to the bag. Goodwood load him up. They get out of it. A big fist pump from Michael Gain. And he keeps it a 1-0 ball game.
Dylan Childs.
He's bobbled that ball, but it was the work of Michael Gain to get to first base that got that out.
Get over, glove up, glove up.
Yep.
Right there.
Doing PFP.
Knock it down. Get over. Great out.
And there's Gain.
And you can see the pump from Michael Gain right there.
Fired up. We've played 3. Goodwood lead 1-0. Back at the ballpark. Yeah, that sunset's gone. We're now in the heat of the night, and West Torrens trying to win their 23rd premiership in club history tonight. Goodwood trying to force a Game 3 tomorrow. Will Corticus on the mound. They just got out of a bases-loaded jam, Goodwood, and now let's see what they can do. Matt Hutchings at the plate.
This is where West Torrens have got to be real hard and try and put up a donut here.
Massive.
You don't. Goodwood coming with a bit of confidence off that last out, and you just do not want him to score any runs at the top of the 4th.
Well, we're at the top of the 4th, and it's Corticus on 69 versus Garn on 54. So Garn's 34-20 and Corticus 47-22. So he's just that little bit ahead, and that then gets him closer to getting into the bullpen.
First cab off the rank in the bullpen for West Torrens, likely Nathan Vanderlinden, and for Goodwood, John Challenor.
Matt Hutchings come around 3 times just to upset Will Corticus in his pitching, and he's put himself in a 2-1 count.
2-2 now. So the bottom part of the Goodwood lineup in that part of the lineup scored and generated that first run of the game back in the second inning. Dylan Child got on. And then Owen Hughes had that hit over towards shortstop, and then a couple errors in the field and some pressure on the defense. Peter Pake had a hit to left that scored the first run of the game. Hutchings up into the outfield. Max Stagg should make the catch, and he does. One down. 2 flyouts to left field.
I guess the way you look at that too, the interesting thing from my point of view is after all that happened, Eric, Goodwood only scored 1 run.
Yeah.
Right, so they West Torrens probably run off going, whew, we're lucky.
Kind of like Goodwood just right here where they had bases loaded, runners on the corner, 1 out. They couldn't advance the runners.
Dodged a couple of bullets.
Owen Hughes. And that hit to the shortstop. I don't know if it was scored a hit or an error. I think it was probably scored a hit. How was it?
Was the fielder's choice?
Or fielder's choice, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one though, because if the runner beats the throw,
It's a hit.
it's a hit.
Yeah. It's a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
If you beat the throw, it doesn't matter if it's fielder's choice. If you beat the throw, it's a hit.
Yeah. But it was
it's
an
whether-
error at second.
Well, but the thing is, even if he catches it, was he out?
Yeah.
That's the question, right?
We'll never know.
No.
It's a bit of X-Files.
It is.
The unknown.
2-1 count. Hit off towards short, making the play is George, trying to get it across the diamond, making the splits, making the catch, Tyrone Hambley. Really nice play at short from Nick George.
Nick George, that's just a great play. That's reminiscent of Steph Welch last week. That is just brilliant.
Yeah, that was an excellent play.
How's Tyrone Hambley going down and scooping that up?
I thought there was no chance. I thought he was no chance of making that play.
Scotty, you're having an indication of of Owen Hughes.
Yeah, look,
Was he lagging?
he's got a bad knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And ran like he had I thought he actually hurt himself.
yeah,
Tom Feebig up to bat.
Unfit. Unfortunately, you know, he's got a good bat. You've got to keep his bat in the lineup at this stage, and a fit Owen Hughes would have run that out.
I mean, that's one of the plays that if that ball gets away, that might not even be scored an error. But either way, Tom Feebig towards right field. And Goodwood, who had wrestled the momentum back in this game, go down 1, 2, 3. Jasper Clark makes the play in right field. And it ends up being the first 1, 2, 3 inning that Will Corticus has had, isn't it?
Yes, I believe you're right, Eric.
And that's exactly what Will Corticus needed to do.
Well, he's gone since allowing the 51 pitches or whatever it was in the first 2 innings. He's been really efficient, is the word I'm looking for in his last 2. So
He's settled.
really nice start from Will Corticus in a game that he's given his team every chance to win in a championship deciding night.
He certainly has, and to come back in at that point in time, just to have the groove of making things happen, cool head. And that's opportunities there for him to be cool and calm, and he's certainly done it.
Just noticed that Michael Garnon, plate umpire Andrew Bell, having a little discussion.
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah. You
is
got
that
a problem
allowed?
with that, Rev?
It is allowed. It is allowed. There
Not
might
allowed
be-
to talk to you? What's your problem?
No problem. No problem at all.
They are sensitive
Umpires?
creatures, Scott.
Oh,
No,
please.
Michael Garn.
Pitchers or umpires?
Umpires.
Or both.
Both.
Michael Garn
Umpires.
So if you
His own
combine it
world.
in one,
is a little emotional out there. Has a lot to say.
does he?
He does.
He likes
Isn't
to
that
give you
isn't that
feedback.
the pot calling the kettle black?
I know. Hey, gosh.
I had to do it because I was only 5'7" and I just had to show my
Oh, no.
prowess.
So you're still
I'm
doing
actually
it?
talking about you as an umpire, not as a pitcher.
Right. I think you've blossomed as an umpire in your talk.
I've got better. I
More
definitely
chat.
have got better.
More chat.
As I said, it's an art form as an umpire to be able to have those conversations with
An
batters.
art form.
It is. You would not believe. And
You're no artist, mate.
Mark Wilson down there.
Okay, Picasso.
I'm more of a Monet.
No, we did get Rev out when I was coaching a charter team. Rev, and I got him out to talk to the kids about the importance of umpires, and that look, they are human, so they got to see Rev out there and his heartbeat, and is a
Sam
human being.
McGarry, meanwhile, takes it for a ride out towards right field. This one is back. It drops in front of the wall. Smack goes whack, and it's a leadoff double for West Torrens.
Yeah, perfectly in the gap there at right centre. That ball flies out in that area there too as well with that wind, and an easy stand-up double there for Sam McGarry.
Put some pressure on the base pass. He got all of that, didn't he?
Lead off double. It's said going to be critical.
Runner in scoring position, Max Stagg and Mitch Neuenborn.
But see, that's the difference with playing at West Beach and playing at club games, because both are probably West
Those
Torrens
are
and
over.
Goodwood. That's
Gone.
a home run.
Yeah, that's right.
So true.
But you got the lead off on right now into some heat of the lineup.
They had the leadoff on in the last inning. Now, that was something that West Torrens did really well in their game last night. In the 6 offensive innings they had, they got the leadoff runner aboard 3 times, and they scored the leadoff runner each of those occasions.
Yep.
This is the 2nd inning they've got the leadoff runner on. They did not score them in the 3rd. They left the bases loaded, and now a bit of a different equation here with Max Stagg, who's been so clutch all season long at every level he's played at, especially in these finals.
And there's the difference
But
right
it's tagged
there.
a little bit in the air. 4 of them going at it in a much more difficult play than probably it needed to be out in right field. Either way, Peter Paik has it in his glove, and an out is going to go on the scoreboard.
I could see an ambulance there.
Oh, my goodness.
Well handled by the young kid, Peter Paik. First year really busting in Div 1, and to take that ball, and that ball's moving around. And
I'm going to actually applaud Michael Gunn on that. That was just a great pitch on a really good hitter.
Great
but once
pitch.
again, Michael, you said that you've got to keep him off balance.
Yeah.
And he's kept him off balance.
Yep, good pitch.
Got an easy out.
Mitch Neuenborn now has an opportunity with a runner in scoring position. Boy, after the night he had last night where he had a hit and a walk with the bat and 7 innings of not allowing an earned run, how big would this be if he can cash one in? And he's going to give every opportunity. Runner being waved around. They're going to test out that arm. Play at the plate, sliding in, safe. Mitch Neuenborn has cashed in a run, and this game is tied.
I've watched that, and I reckon Sam McGarry's got around him. They've hopefully got a replay, but Michael Garn is adamant that he might have got him. No. I reckon Sam's got under that.
Mitch Neuenborn with an RBI double. Add it to the resume. And Sam McGarry hustling around, just gets in under the tag.
Yep, that was safe.
He got his hand in.
Call.
How's this for the placement of the tag? Just in there.
glove was too high in the air, should have come down.
Riley
Easy
Moore
save.
shaking his head, but I think it's pretty clear there.
And this is the problem with Michael Garn. He gets very animated.
Here we go.
Safe.
Yeah, safe.
Yeah, got underneath it, definitely.
What a slide going to
Good
the
call. Wait,
outside.
Belly made a good call. That's
Great call and great running by Sam McGarry and a great slide, heads up.
Well, that got both dugouts on their feet and into this game, and now it's 1-1 here in the 4th. Game on. We have ourselves a doozy in Game 2 of the championship series. And there's still a runner in scoring position for Tyrone Hambley now.
Mitch Neuenborn.
Is he good?
And the problem there is that Michael Garn is said to Ben Whitmore, get out here, but I don't know what Michael would have seen on that.
Yeah, you can't. There's nothing you do. You don't have a video replay.
Yeah,
It's a
give
call.
it up. Give it up. It's only
But
one run.
You know, the thing is, he's a passionate guy. He's in this game. He's invested in this game. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Ball hit down the middle again, charging on. Bushell
Great.
guns it over. Jack Bushell had to make 4 or 5 plays last night. He's made a couple tonight. Look at the replay again.
Big difference in real time as well.
Oh.
Like we got the pleasure of slowing it down. As you know, Rev, it's not easy to do. Good call by Belly, good running.
And that's half
by
our
McGarry.
battle as umpires. That, you know, people, players, spectators, passionate. And we get to look at it once. and have to make a call.
That's right.
And people will see replays and go, "Oh, you got it wrong," but we've got to look at it once.
Dunny does that at Super League.
Oh,
Not next year. Next year, I'm bringing in video replay.
Oh, new element.
Coach's challenge?
I missed that meeting.
Coach's challenge.
That's correct, Scott. You might have missed that. Yeah.
we're going to New York.
Well, we can. We get the replays.
Yeah.
It's certainly going to be discussed that you get an opportunity, I reckon,
To challenge.
To challenge. Have one challenge.
How do the umpires feel about that?
It's a contentious issue with me, and in America they use it to the nth degree, and I think they've got to rein it back in a little.
No, but the thing is, if you get it wrong, you lose your challenge.
I know, but they're just continually checking it.
But they get it right.
Can we add a funky rule to that? Can we? Because we're Super League, we can do some stuff. So, as Nico Vanderlinden up to bat in the NHL and hockey, as an example, as Vanderlinden fouls it away. If a coach challenges a play that they think goals are automatically reviewed, that's fine. But if a coach challenges a play, so maybe a non-scoring play, like a runner getting to first, runner getting to second, whatever it is, if you challenge the play and you are wrong, there's a penalty for it. So in hockey, if you challenge it, play offside, well then you have to take a penalty. Ball over towards Stephen Welsh. He's got to make this play to save a run, and he was always going to do that. You have to make a play. So how about in that challenge situation, if you challenge it, a bang-bang play at first base, you challenge it, you're wrong. Well, not only is the runner safe, but another batter has to, you concede another base runner. So the penalty...
Or the person, everyone who's on base moves
over a base. So the penalty is all of a sudden, like if you have a runner on third and you want to challenge, you're like,
exactly.
I better be sure that I'm challenging this. Either way, it's a 4-4 game. Let us know in the comments section what you think of a challenge rule in local baseball. We'll get to those comments in a second. End of 4-1-1 game, grand final, game 2.
HILLTOP Office Supplies are here to provide you with all your stationery, sanitary products and office equipment. We are a local business servicing local communities with the ability to offer you and your business the best prices. We offer a large range of office supplies from pens, ink cartridges and toner to monitors, keyboards and laptops. If you can't see it on our website or in our catalogue, ask us and we'll source it for you. We have a partnership with Kaishira Document Solutions where you will find many leasing options available for these state-of-the-art units and plenty to choose from whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. We offer businesses a one-stop shop for all cleaning, kitchen and bathroom needs. Check out our website at www.hilltopofficesupplies.com.au. Register
Well, Mitch Neuenborn has just tied this game up in the bottom of the 4th. We're now into the 5th. 1-1 game. Will Corticus, he's been humming along the last 2 innings at least after really battling in the first 2 innings. He allowed just the 1 run. It could have been more. It felt like Goodwood had some opportunities, but he retired his last 5, and it's a big moment for Will Corticus.
It is right here. It's a good point. He came up 3 down. He's sitting at 80 pitches, 54 strikes, 26 balls.
And this is an important out because it goes back to the top of the lineup. So you want to try and get the lead off out here to not get to the top of the lineup with a runner on.
Peter Paik is the batter.
Oh, taken on the leg.
Sagani's at 68. Will's at 83 now. 82, sorry.
I mean, that pace is 20 an inning, so you can get him through the 6th at that rate. But not the way he was going the last 2 innings, at least for Will Corticus.
Yeah, he's certainly knuckled down in the last innings and a half, hasn't he? And throwing strikes and making his field do some work and making the Goodwood hitters put the ball into play.
It's a good baseball game so far. It was a close baseball game last night, too. And
similar to the same sort of situation, right?
Yeah,
and then the same sort of time of the game, and then all of a sudden it just bust open. So.
That's right.
And both these teams have offenses that can ignite on a whim. We've seen that all throughout these playoff series. It's a walk.
Wow. That can't be far away.
That was not far off at all. And walks the lead off.
But again, as we said, Eric, our favourite saying.
Free bases.
Free bases.
No big innings, though, have been prone, so get ready at any moment for that to happen. Last night it was in the 6th when they put up 9 runs. That's West Torrens. Last weekend, West Torrens had the couple big innings versus Henley. And then Goodwood had that huge inning to power themselves. They had, what, 6 runs in the 8th inning to power away from Sturt. The week before, both these teams put up a 10-run inning at different points in the game. Cakebread showing bunt. Puts it in the soft spot. They take a look at second. Scott gets the runner down at third. Advances the runner, so Josh Cakebread does his job. And it's a runner in scoring position as Jack Bushell comes to the plate, knowing that Riley Moore is the second opportunity if they get Bushell out, and Riley Moore is hot right now.
Yeah, I'm not 100% agreeing with bunting in that situation with Josh up. I mean, he's one of the best hitters in the league.
Well, the
busted open.
Other thing is you got Peter Pake running, who's got wheels. Josh is a lefty, so that blocks gives Pete a bit of an advantage. So, yeah, the running game could have been open right there.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it two ways. Josh is a really good hitter. He's been around a long time. You've got to give him confidence. He's played in lots of grand finals. You put a runner at second by putting him on bunt, getting an easy out, and bringing a 16-year-old kid coming up to hit and put all the pressure on him.
Very interesting.
It's an
interesting way to look at it.
But I guess at 1-1, when runs are premium. And
in a must-win game. Either way, Jack Bushell's going to get a chance to cash in a run here, and he had a couple hits last night. He's got a hit tonight. He has been impressive.
Which, again, if the numbers are flowing that way, it's like, yeah, you want to get Pete to second and get Jack to have a crack. And again, you got Riley coming behind him.
Big strikeout from Will Corticus. He had the big ones with runners on base. He got Stephen Welsh and Dylan Child looking. That time he gets his 4th strikeout of the night. This time it's swinging and it's 2 down. And a big pressure now for Riley Moore.
They'll either work really fine here or they'll just put him on.
Yeah.
But then if you put him on, you got Stephen Welsh.
Yeah, but Steph's at this point is the out-of-form guy, but he's not far off, right? The interesting
Is that what he's chatting about here, you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. Is we've got, don't give him too much here.
Work him fine.
And go at Riley, go at Steph, who you've got out before. But the interesting thing there, that's a big out for Will. Jack moves him over, ground ball. Potentially puts him to third.
Yeah, that's where I just think I'd let Josh. I would have let just Josh hit.
And that's where that does come back to that.
I don't think he strikes out in that situation, Josh. He puts the ball in play, probably moves the runner over of his own accord anyway, and maybe gets a hit in the meantime. But we all see it differently, right?
Would you have run Peter?
Well, you might have put a hit and run on it at some stage, but yeah, you might have. I mean, I just would have. It's just an out, and you take the bat out of Josh's hands, who's an experienced campaigner. That you give him the opportunity to try and put his team in front.
Including playoffs, Riley Moore with 41 runs batted in this year. He's had a remarkable season, as he always seems to do.
That's just my opinion, by the way. That doesn't mean I'm right, but I'm
and
just saying
everyone's
that's how I
entitled to them. And that's why you get paid the big bucks, Michael, to come and give us your opinion. We value it. We appreciate it.
That's the only reason I'm up here.
Is that your comeback, Scotty?
The big bucks.
Mate, your opinion is valued. Mine?
The analysis, Michael.
Special comments, is that what you're saying?
No.
Just special.
I think
but they're options, right?
I think Scott's on special.
Yeah, you're right. You talk about all the different scenarios,
that's
right? Where you decide to bunt, that's fine. But there's other scenarios that could have happened in that situation as well. So hopefully Riley can hit a ball back up the middle here and score a run.
Must-win game for Goodwood. And they are pitching him fine. You're absolutely right. They're not that close to the strike zone.
No. Yeah, no chance. I mean, this pitch won't even be. This won't either. You know, Riley's going to sit one pitch, one spot, and if he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. So,
He walks, you got Steph coming up.
Yeah, but
Steph's going to be dangerous at some stage. You've got to think that.
I guess you work the percentages at the moment. Riley's hot and Steph's not. So
And Steph struck out
Riley
last
Moore
time.
has now been on base all 3 times. He's come to the plate.
Steph struck out last time. So
3 strikeouts and 5 at-bats in the grand final series for Stephen Welsh. But they call him the sheriff because he brings them home, and that's what he has a chance to do right here.
You wonder the night time, is there some
that's the point I was
issue
about to
there,
make.
you know?
Night time, aging eyes.
You 3 got glasses. Where's your glasses tonight?
I left them home.
Stephen Welsh to the right side. Runner being waved around. It's going to be a play at the plate. It won't be in time, and Stephen Welsh, the sheriff, brings them home, and Goodwood are back in front.
Only a matter of time.
Work to a treat.
That's right. Certainly did. It was only a matter of time before the sheriff delivered. Why aren't you playing in that spot there?
Oh.
At that point, why aren't you playing him on the shift?
Yeah, you got to. You've got to.
This is where it's hard when you coach when you play, because you can't see everything that's going on.
That's right. But straight away, the minute that ball's hit there, you're expecting someone to have been
totally.
there.
But you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't see everything when you're out there coaching and playing.
Stephen Welsh drives in the run. It's a 2-1 game.
But isn't that for the players to go, hey, it's
not really. I mean,
here?
I don't think so. The players will play normal position unless they're told to move.
Dylan Child up to bat. He had a single and scored back in the second inning. That was the first run of the ball.
I'd understand if they'd moved you in the first innings to the hole, and then you just keep moving to the hole. But if you just play straight up and no one tells you to move, you'll just keep playing straight up.
Runners on the corners. Goodwood have won this inning. Can they make it a sizable inning?
The leadoff that was walked, scored. Free base, scores.
Yeah.
Walk the leadoff, chances are they're going to score.
Just like West Torrens last night, now Goodwood, they've got the leadoff runner on 2 of their 5 innings, and they've scored both times.
Well, Dylan Childs was the leadoff. He scored, got the hit.
Yep.
It's that leadoff guy is so crucial.
It's the story last night, and it's the story tonight. West Torrens had the leadoff runner twice. They left the bases loaded in one of them, and they scored the leadoff runner in the 4th inning. So there's a very high percentage play. 5 out of the 6 innings in the games of the series so far, runners have scored.
Yeah.
With the leadoff runner. 6 of the 7, sorry.
It's crazy how that stat works.
It is.
It gets you every time.
Changes the game, doesn't it?
Keep the leadoff off.
You got to know that stat. You got to live by it, right?
Good.
Dylan Child swing and a miss. Will Corticus has had a couple big strikeouts tonight. Maybe none bigger than that one. Limits Goodwood to just 1. We've reached the midway point. And we have ourselves a very entertaining ball game. This is back and forth. There's some pressure points in there. Goodwood obviously fighting for their lives. And this back half of the game, there's not much separating the teams, is there?
No, there's not. And Will Corticus has really come and delivered today. He has made some great outs against some. Dylan Childs was battling there. He was having a good at-bat, and you saw his first at-bat where he battled and got the hit. That pitch was just an outstanding pitch for a young kid to be in that situation. So well done.
Just had a text message come in from Kevin Jennings, just telling us the venues for the Caps medal.
Kevin Jennings, let's see what he has to say.
Sportsman on Green Hill Road, Greek Club, Glenelg Football Club, Morpheville Racecourse.
Oh, yeah, there was there. I was there at Morpheville Racecourse Caps, yeah.
Footy Park, I remember that.
Yes, North Footy Club, Footy Park again.
Etc. Where's that one? Is that the hot new nightclub, Etc.?
Yeah.
But seeing as Michael's just left us...
So was that Kevin Jennings that did that?
Yes.
Yep, and former president of baseball.
Yes.
Great guy, Kev.
Yep.
That doesn't include the Findon
Great
in
umpire.
Adelaide Oval.
No.
Great umpire too.
Yep. Yes. But now that Michael's gone, I can just get this in that, hey, did I call that Steph Welch?
Oh, mate, there's no doubt
You
about
did.
it.
You did. Don't let Dunny hear you say that, though.
Maybe I should have been a coach.
Have you ever thought about doing that?
No, it's. I've had many conversations with people, but while I was a pitcher, I never batted for 19 and a half years. I had a DH. So when I was in the offence, or our team was in the offence, I relaxed. I didn't take care of any of that. Went out there when they scored runs, but didn't know the finer
Checked out.
part.
But you still know how to get hitters out, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
just
that's still a knowledge of hitting.
yeah, but it's just the little things, when to bunt, all those little things I wasn't worried about because I just didn't have to. So
Well, you would have been worried about it when you were on the mound, though.
Yeah, but
People
you know
do that
that
against
as a
you.
You're in the
pitcher.
zone.
Yeah, you're in the
Yeah.
zone.
Jasper Clark up to bat. Another dangerous guy. If he gets on, that's some wheels and speed that West Torrens can use.
And he's having an exceptional final series, especially last night.
Yeah,
Extra base hits.
It really is now in this game. The leadoff hitter becomes so critical, and it's proving it. it's almost going to be the difference.
And this is where I think Michael Garn is going to come into the fore, that he knows how to throw to hitters. If he doesn't get in front straight away, but he's got the confidence to throw the change-up, the curveball to a hitter, keep him off balance.
He's done it again.
He's done it again.
Lead off runner. Did it hit him?
And Michael Garn's had a word to say to Jasper Clark, but that one looked more that's inside, whereas the previous one, we did see a little bit of movement.
Yeah, Ghani's shaking his head, but let's take a look at the replay here on the hit by pitch. Yeah, that was less.
Jasper's putting it all on the line.
He's had a good series.
Putting it all on the line.
And again, the leadoff runner, that 6 of 7 stat. Well, it's 6 of 8 for the time being, unless they can cash him in. And it's third time through the lineup as we go back to the top. Nick George, Jacob Scott, Tom McGarry due up. Showing bunt, small ball, down the line, just goes foul.
And Scott, that's the punishment with going too fine on a hitter
inside,
which allows the batter, if he wants to stay there, mate, I'll take that on the body, get on base.
The hardest thing it does as a pitcher, though, is that you lose the inside edge. All of a sudden,
if you haven't owned it,
that's right.
You've given it up almost.
So then what West Torrens need to know is that if that's the case, and Ghani's got to go to the outside edge, they've got to hit according to that.
Spot on.
Okay, we've got him away from the inside edge. That's now ours.
Yep.
Now we've got to make sure we drive that ball.
Nick George, bunt down the line. He's bunted it foul twice, so it's 2 strikes. Does that on the third one. He'll be out.
Right now, that's just Michael Garn not owning that inside. Scotty, you're right. And he's got to own that pitch if he wants to do the in and outs.
I think he's going to struggle to come back to that for a while.
Yeah. Oh. What's happened here?
Are fans on the field in the outfield?
There's a fight going on.
There's a fight in the outfield on the hill, on the back hill. They're yelling at the players. The players are having a word back there. So the left fielders, Owen Hughes and Matt Hutchings, taking exception. West Torrens players coming out there.
You got yourself on TV.
And Andrew Bell's doing the right thing as the plate umpire. He's keeping the players away. It's up to the players in the outfield for Goodwood. Get away from it. Let the officials take care of this.
Well, you don't know what's happened, mate.
Yeah, or what's
Someone could have thrown something at him. Something could happen, which is, you just don't need that sort of stuff.
But we don't need everyone out there.
No, but...
Well, I think that's what the umpires are doing right now is the players obviously get fired up and animated. They go out there, and you see Payne Souter and Andrew Bell go out there just trying to clear out the situation. Umpires down the left field line keeping Goodwood at bay. But obviously something was said from the fans out in left field. This is interesting, isn't it?
Sure is.
There's still a chat going on in center field, isn't there? In center field, there's a few characters walking back in a position. First we had the base delay.
This has had everything.
Wow.
What's the go, guys? You know it. I think they just living.
It always takes one person to spoil it.
It does, doesn't it?
Welcome back to the commentary box, Michael. It's good to have you back.
I've been back. I've been here the whole time.
I know.
Crazy. Thank you very much, by the way, for everybody joining us from around, I guess, the country. A few hundred people watching the stream. Watching bases be dug up, watching fights out in center field. Now the whole Goodwood lineup is on the field down the left field line.
Something has clearly happened because this doesn't happen. Guys aren't going to come out of here if nothing has happened.
What are these folks doing? There's someone at the bottom of the hill.
It might have just been chirp. You know, a few brewskis out on the hill.
There's people on the ground in the outfield. They're just packing up stuff and going.
For Ben Wigmore to come out here like that doesn't happen. Ben that's not going to upset him a bit of chirp. Something has happened that...
And if comments are being made to your outfielder,
No,
Scotty,
mate,
just call time. Call time and get out of there.
Owen Hughes loves that stuff. he wouldn't care about a little bit of a dig. He's a seasoned campaigner. Someone yelling stuff out to him ain't going to be a problem. There's clearly something that happened. And look, he's a cool, calm cat.
Yeah.
But something rattled him.
Well, I don't know. Was there a fight or something of you among the players in the back?
I've sent a message out.
Fidji, get a reporter down there. Get him on the phone again. Get him on the blower. Joined us for base gate earlier. Now I can go outfield gate.
On that camera, when I saw that, I thought there might have been an ex-West Torrens player out there, and Jared Miller.
Oh, he was on that junior.
Yeah.
Those junior teams.
Come on now, let's not throw stones.
No,
Gee,
just
Rev,
saying.
name dropping.
It was just a face I saw.
Did you read the... you're not supposed to drop names like that. Anyway, they've moved on.
Darren Fidge straight to voicemail.
I'd like to think that he doesn't have his phone on him during the game, Scott.
Well,
Mate, you've played with Fidji. You know exactly what he's like, mate. He's a mozzie. He's everywhere.
You know it's illegal to have electronic devices in the dugout.
Illegal.
In Baseball SA, in South Australian baseball.
Yes. In Australian baseball.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So how do you umpire with a pacemaker?
Mate,
Sorry, that's 3.
You're out. 3 strikes. You're gone. Get him out of here.
The problem is where do I put the cane and the dog?
Yeah, well, let's not even go there. Righto, let's get back on with this.
You're right. It is a big moment in the game. Leadoff runner aboard and Jasper Clark. Crowd now starting to fire up down the left field line. Everybody in the grandstand down the left field line is now huddled over the left gate, looking down the line and yelling, obviously, at something. That's in the third base grandstand. I don't know if the camera's got a shot of that. And it's another hit batter. Wes Torrens
is on this occasion.
Now he's telling him to stay there.
He's telling him to stay there. He's got him leaning in on it. That's a big call there by Andrew Bell.
Let's see the replay here. What do you reckon?
Oh, sorry.
You didn't look at the... We gave you the replay, Rev. Come on. We'll get the replay up again. We'll show it again. Because Nick George having a chat here. Here's a look at the replay again.
Definitely. Definitely.
Well, here's a stat for you. Nick George, for the season, has been hit 15 times.
What?
15 times.
Have our umpiring
That's
fraternity
insane.
not been picking up that little thing, that little hiccup.
So you can rest assured that he does like to sit himself on the bowling side.
Well, what's another delay now as Tyrone Hambley is having a conversation from the dugout? Teams are fired up tonight. There's a bit of emotion in the ballpark.
Premiership here.
People
Game's
still
on the
looking
line.
down the left field line, by the way, with that group of fans that have made their way around.
And Nick George is not really upset with that call.
No, look, guys want to get on
Nick George
base.
is smiling.
They want to get on. It didn't work for him this time. It worked for him 15 other times. So, you know, but it's a grand final. These guys want it, and this is the important thing.
Do they call that a ball in that situation?
No, don't they call it a strike?
No, it's a ball.
It's a ball.
Why is it not just dead?
So it's a 1-2 count.
The ball's dead, and you can call it a strike if you want to.
Hush over the ballpark again. Nick George fouls it away.
I'm wanting to know if it's a dead. Why is it actually count as a pitch? If it's just a no pitch, it should still be just 2 strikes.
It will be called. It should have been called a ball. If the umpire's got the option, I can call. I'm going to call time, bring the batter back. I'm going to call a ball, or I can go strike 3 if I want to.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why it's just not a dead ball.
Runner going. Riley Moore going to test out Jasper Clark. Slides in there. And a ball slipped to the outfield, so Jasper Clark has put himself in scoring position.
That ball's got away from Josh Catebritt, but I reckon Jasper Clark, he was in anyway.
Jasper ran really well on Garney's move there, so it wasn't on Riley.
And Riley's made a great throw.
Yeah, just a little short.
Yep.
You're not. That's a either or for Josh. He's got to stay there and make sure it gets to him.
But Michael, you're right. That Jasper's got a great jump, which puts pressure on Riley.
Nick George flared up into foul territory. Dylan Child trying to have a look at it. It just went away. Takes a big hop off the platform and foul. Look at the good angle of the stolen base. In. So can Nick George tie things up?
Game's on the line here, and this is, you see, everyone is throwing everything at it. Batters are prepared to get hit. Runners are running.
John Challenor running down to the bullpen.
Good spotting, Eric.
Thank you. I was very good at Where's Waldo when I was growing up.
And prior to the telecast tonight, here we were predicting that we thought it might have been a big scoring game, and here we have a 2-1 ball game, you know, bottom of the 6th.
Well, a game that was supposed to start at 6 o'clock started at 6:45, and now we're at 8:23. It is tense at the ballpark tonight. West Torrens on the verge of winning one, and they've been a fiery team all season long. 10 wins in a row, down a run, trying to fight back, ball outside, full count.
Put your glasses on, Michael.
They're going to get a couple more opportunities to cash this run in, even if Nick George is retired. Top of the lineup, another time called.
Garney's at 75 pitches here, 76 pitches, so he's still cruising.
Yeah.
Like, Corticus is at 101.
Wow.
And he's done his 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe one more inning.
He's a good 30 ahead of him.
And with Corticus at 101, you're going to find that any trouble he gets in the next inning, he's getting the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Where's that?
Let's take a look at the replay of this.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
It's up a little.
Nope.
That's
a strike.
No, I'm calling that up.
Oh, Ref.
I'm calling that up. Nick's only a short guy. Am I calling that at ABL? Sorry?
Soup Dog, verdict?
You have a look at where Riley's glove is as to where he was squatting, right? That's all. I know he's a little guy, but he's also dropped down.
That's belt high. That's a strike.
Like, look where his glove is.
That's a strike.
Yeah, that's coming down, and I reckon that ball is up a little. But
Well, they're going to lay down the bunt here. It's down the line. Riley Moore gets the lead runner at third. They put the bunt down the line. It was not deep enough. So Riley Moore able to scoop it up, get the lead runner away, and now a double play ball can get them out of an inning.
That's a big out there.
Big out.
that's good hustle by Riley Moore.
But it's just not far enough away. Like, obviously, look at Childs has come right in. So it's forced Jacob Scott to have to bunt down third baseline. He takes that to Childs. Childs going to get the out at third. So he could see that and went, I've got to get that down third baseline, but just didn't get it further away.
Needed it to get another 10 feet.
So great defence by Childs to come in and put the pressure on Jacob Scott to bunt it into one spot.
The RBI
Great
king,
play by Riley.
Tom McGarry.
Now, it doesn't get any easier, does it? You've got Tom, you've got Sam. Then you got Max Stagg and Mitch Neuenborn with Bone following.
Swing of the bat might be able to put them in the lead, but a swing of the bat could get Goodwood out of the inning. Gainey fakes the pickoff, trying to keep a very speedy Nick George at second. Leads the competition in stolen bases. Stole third last night in some great base running.
Also looks like West Torrens have got someone up in their pen.
It'll be Nathan Vanderlinden. A big moment in the ballgame.
Knowing that Will Corticus is on 101.
Strike called.
They say there's moments in games. This is a moment right now.
They're going to make the pickoff attempt, called safe.
Wow.
Nick George has got down low and that ball's come in high, which enabled Nick to get under that tag.
Well, Goodwood and West Torrens, both teams right now are fighting quite literally for every inch on the base paths. It's close.
Jack Bushell's playing like a veteran out there.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
just
That's
cat
good.
and mouse.
Got to keep him close. You give him too much, he'll take the bag. But Willie, lefty, opens it up for Riley to get him out.
Has Michael Garn got a slide step move?
Oh, he's got to have one right now.
Well, this is where it's critical.
McGarry tried to lace one. It was just a line drive foul.
And Praddy, I very rarely see that slide step. That pitchers just don't use it anymore.
Nah.
Are they working on their times to the plate? What's my catching time over to second base?
I think it's not as high a priority as what it used to be.
Michael, you might be able to help us out.
No, it is at the high levels.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Trying to get him again. Throw. Gets dinged off the runner and squirts into the outfield. Nick George is going to hold that second. And it's now going to be 2 runners in scoring position. No double play ball anymore. This will look interesting on the replay.
It's come off of Nick George's helmet there.
As I think it came off the glove of Bushell as Nick George was sliding into him. Don't know if we get to see that again. Umpire having a discussion with the Goodwood dugout. This will give a good angle if the camera has it. This is just McGarry reacting to it. I think it came off the glove of...
No, probably his helmet's got it's ricocheted off that.
It's ricocheted off something?
It's the helmet hitting the glove, I think.
Nub foul. Well, now just a fly ball will score Nick George pretty much anywhere with his speed.
Definitely.
Yep. Again, it's just a crazy play, you know.
Low percentage?
Massively low percentage. If the guy's going to run, he's going to run, but you can't throw the ball to centre field in that situation.
Scotty, did that come off his helmet?
His glove, it hit his edge of his glove, but as the glove and the helmet sort of gotten away.
Oh.
McGarry, right field. It's got some power. It's going to hold up a little bit in the wind. It should be deep enough to score a run. Nick George on his bike from third. It won't even be close. This ball game is tied.
And that's great work by Tom McGarry. Jacob Scott's tagged up at second base because that ball's deep to right field, and he's advanced to third, and Nick George scores.
Add another RBI to the RBI King's belt.
But looking at it from a coach's perspective, it's a fly ball out with runners at second and third, because they don't get to second and third if they don't pick. So it's just an out, you know. Now it's cost them a run.
Yep.
Sam McGarry doubled and then later scored in his last at-bat. That was just 1 inning ago in the 4th. What a crazy inning this has been. Remember this inning? This is the same inning where we had some chirping going on in the outfield and people being moved aside. There's been a lot going on in this game.
And we've only got a 2-all ball game. How good is that?
Yeah, look, this is what you want to see in a grand final, right?
Strategic, close. There's been some big hittings. There's been a couple costly mistakes.
This is exactly what you want.
And no one wanted to see that scoreline last night, but hopefully we keep this game tight.
Now you want to see this game go down like this to the last pitch of the game. With a few variables still in the world. Sam McGarry back to Michael Gain. He'll just jog this over to first. So it could have been worse for Goodwood, but it also could have been better. That's how you slice that up. It's a 2-2 game. We've played 5, 4 to go. Game 2, grand final.
Looking for the finest in household items to complement and complete your dream look? Just the Thing Furniture Warehouse pride themselves on the best customer service, communication and quality furniture.
We try and offer our customers is the opportunity to buy on-trend furniture at a discounted price.
Go see Super League Baseball sponsor Just the Thing Furniture for their wide range of quality furniture to find the perfect item that will complete your home and suit your budget. Mention Super League Baseball for free Metro delivery. Just the Thing Furniture, open 7 days a week.
Back of the ball game, we do have a pitching change, and Will Corticus got the start tonight for West Torrens with a chance for his club to win a premiership. He's not going to go out as the winning pitcher. He's not going to go out as the losing pitcher. We're through the 5 innings. A quality start, though. Only 2 runs allowed in the 5 innings. He got a couple big strikeouts when it really mattered. Some on Steph Welsh, some on Dylan Child, one on Jack Bushel, another one on Dylan Child. He's had a really nice start, Will Corticus. He gave him every chance to win this game, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he got 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts.
Quality start.
Outstanding start. 101, 66, 35. All the numbers were good. He's got him in a really good spot at 2 runs.
He'll hand it over
He'd be very happy
to
with that.
Mr. Snellgrove. James Snellgrove coming into the game. Snellgrove on the season. Here are his numbers. Snellgrove has pitched 13 innings. He's got 1 win, 1 save, but he's allowed 15 earned runs and he's walked 8. He's got an ERA of 10.38 and a whip of 1.85. Tyrone Ambley going with James Snellgrove probably for an inning or 2 and then probably hand it over to Nathan Vanderlinden to either try to close it out or keep Vanderlinden ready for game 3 if necessary tomorrow. So a few different maneuvering from the managers here. Snellgrove on his first pitch has Hutchings go down to right field. Moving back to make the play is Jasper Clark, and he gets a first pitch, first out.
Clearly, Torrens' thought pattern here is that, yeah, I'm going to leave James Snellgrove on a very short leash. I've got Nathan. We get through this innings. I go into 7, 8, 9. If I can keep Nathan under the numbers.
I think...
Well, Nathan can't go over 60 today. Otherwise, he can't pitch tomorrow, I think.
I think Vanderlinden will come in if they get in front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until they get in front, he probably
That's
won't
right.
come in, right?
Yeah.
So if excuse me, if Snellgrove's if he gets out of this innings quickly, he'll probably come out again.
Well, it's also, again, it comes back to the pitch count, right? Because if Nate throws too much and when you have to pitch maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, then you can't use him tomorrow. So you need to make sure he's under whatever that limit is, that Nathan Vanderlinden is available to pitch tomorrow, whether that be 1 inning, 2 innings, 3 innings, or gets the start.
Yeah, correct.
And I reckon we'll see a few more before we see Vanderlinden. I reckon he'll throw, if Snellgrove doesn't work, I reckon he'll throw maybe 1 or 2 out, keeping the score down. That's all.
And if Nathan Vanderlinden, I mean, West Torrens aren't winning a championship and Nathan Vanderlinden isn't pitching.
No,
he is going to pitch at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm
right.
saying. Though. I don't think he comes in until they're in front.
No, that's right.
Or maybe if it's 9th inning, 2-2 game and you're going to go to extras or something like that.
Yeah.
Will Corticus just
again,
his pitch
Eric,
count?
even with that, if you go extras and you throw too many extras, he's still going to have to come out at some stage if he gets to that 60 mark. So you've got to, it's a tricky situation that you need to try and evaluate as you go.
And the leadoff hitter for Goodwood, he's gone first pitch, out.
Owen Hughes with the walk.
That's what Matt Hutchings does sometimes.
Yes, he does go early on counts a lot of the times.
Tom Feebig comes into the batter's box. So both coaches making some maneuvering. We'll see what kind of leash Michael Gain has for Goodwood, and when Ben Wigmore decides to go to John Challoner, you'd like to think he's going to try to roll out a couple more innings from Michael Gain.
Well, he's at 92.
For sure, one more?
He's probably 1.5.
You've got to go again.
Yep, he's 1.5 innings.
Matty Watkins available to pitch again tonight. Darren Fidge, John Challoner. Couple options, although they'd like to save Chunky, I'm sure, for as many pitches as they can tomorrow.
Well, you've got to get to tomorrow as well. That's the other point.
You do.
An interesting message come through from Darren White, DJ.
YT.
Talking about the inside edge and the hitters. Good hitter can dominate on that outside pitch. And at what point in time do you give that up versus go at that pitch? You've hit 2 guys now, 3 guys now. You got to make them try and hit the ball. Can they hit the ball on the outside edge?
Yeah, good call.
Feebig up the middle. It's going to drop in, and it's runners on first and second for Goodwood. And again, Goodwood, last night they struggled with that 7-8-9. Tonight they are getting it done.
He asked you for your feedback on that, Michael.
Hello, Darren.
You're a strong middle away hitter.
Hope you're well, mate, and everything's going well with you and your family and you're not too COVID struck.
That's not feedback.
But I was just saying,
love.
I was just saying hello.
Love. He
I'm
wants
saying
your
hello to
thoughts.
one of my ex-teammates. But no, he's right. You've got to give up. You've got to give it up.
It's not working for you.
Yeah, if it's not working, it's not working. So
if you're not owning it.
Peter Paik up to bat. He is 1 for 1 with a walk, and he scored a run. He has delivered as he has most of the season. Again, in the regular season, he hit .323, which is the worst batting average in Goodwood's regular starting 9, which is unbelievable because that would be number 1 on 4 other clubs. And it would be number 4 on West Torrens. So Peter Paik is one of the best hitters on literally any other team.
Classic.
In the competition.
And young.
And young.
Kid.
He would have been in contention for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, well and truly.
Homegrown?
Brandon Manzella hits
Homegrown.
around 400.
Beautiful.
That makes it hard to compete with. But a very good season from Peter Paik.
Very good. Come up through the junior ranks. Great kid. Coaching now under 11s.
Flares one over towards right field. Jasper Clark moving under it in foul territory. He didn't make the catch.
No, that
Or did it hit the pole?
No.
extended bullpen.
Yep.
That takes that out.
I'm just going to talk about West Torrens.
The Latte Giants with an assist right there.
Batting lineup. Their batting averages aren't as high as Goodwood because you got Mitch Newton on, which just you don't have to score as many runs, and that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's right. He misread that.
It's swirly, the wind.
Gives another breath of life to Peter Paik with the go-ahead run at second. James Snellgrove brought in this inning. Paik laces one to left field. This is going to be over the head of the left fielder, and it's going to be off the wall. Paik has scored one. They're going to try to score two. Peter Paik with an RBI double, trying to make it a triple, and he's safe. The rookie is fired up, and Goodwood are up two.
Wow.
That's a clutch at
Number 9, just on time.
And Paik doesn't end up at third. Max Stagg's overthrown that. There's no cut-off.
Well, he hasn't overthrown it. He threw it exactly where he was supposed to throw it. There was no one there.
No cut-off.
That's right. And Tom Febick has just flown around the bases from first.
Well, he read it better.
He read it
He saw it
outstanding.
was over his head straight away, and he took
He
off
has
straight
flown.
away.
Look at him. He is just flying around.
Peter
That
Paik,
is outstanding running.
he had an RBI back
Wow.
in the second inning to score the first run of the ball game, and now he's got 2 more RBIs tonight.
Ooh-wee.
Peter Paik with 3 ribbies in an elimination game. Man.
And Josh is
And that's the worst hitter on Goodwood's lineup.
Josh Cakebread here just looking to hit the ball in the outfield, score another run.
Definitely.
He doesn't care if he gets out here. He's more than happy to get out.
Well,
he just wants to score another run and put him 5-2 in front.
Big decision from Tyrone Hambley. There were still pitches left for Will Corticus to work with. They call Will Corticus out of the game, and now it's a 4-2 lead for Goodwood. Cakebread chops this away. So of the 9 plate appearances that 7, 8, 9 today for Goodwood have had, 7 times they've reached, 3 times they've scored, 3 RBIs. Is that good?
That's what you want.
Yep.
Whereas if you look at West Torrens at the moment, they've got 1 hit versus 3 hits.
A couple hit by pitches, though. But Goodwood now have a 4-2 lead, trying to extend this series, and they have a runner on third. What an at-bat from Peter Pake.
And right now,
Cakebread hits the ball hard. This going back. Jasper Clark makes the play. It's going to be deep enough to score a run. 5-2 Goodwood. Well, last night, it was the number 9 hitter in Jasper Clark that stretched out that double to a triple that cashed in a couple crucial runs in the 6th inning. Tonight, it's Goodwood's number 9 hitter in the young Peter Pake that cashes in a couple crucial runs in the 6th inning.
There it is, right there. The importance of depth in your lineup and having guys stand up and deliver and executing as well right there. Executing to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
And now you'd be looking at West Torrens and saying, have they made the right move? Should we have gone with Will Corticus? Was James Snellgrove the go-to guy right here? And right now it's saying no.
Jack Bushell up to bat, swings and misses.
It's hard. There is a saying that you can't pull a guy too early, and was that going through his process? Is okay. We're at 2, but you can't underestimate a hitting lineup like Goodwood's either. You've got to be careful of that.
Bushell up in the air. Max Stagg racing under it. Makes the play for the 3rd out, but the damage done for Goodwood. A walk to Owen Hughes, hit to Feebig, and that big hit from Peter Pake that cleared the bases that scores 2 runs, and then Josh Cakebread cashes in Peter Pake, and Goodwood are now in the driver's seat up 5-2, trying to force a Game 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's really now Goodwood's to just finish this game off properly, and as we said, we've got Garney here who's got his pitches raring to go. He's got to get through this innings. It's really important. He's at 92. He's got to come through, get this innings, get it done, so then we can get into for 7, 8, 9 is still left to go, right? Very important that that leadoff becomes so important in the game.
Yep.
And that's where we've seen it time and time again. The leadoff again has to get something happening for West Torrens, and the leadoff guy coming up is none other than Max Stagg. So
and Mitch Neuenborn
here it
following
starts
him.
Again. And this is what we want to see in a grand final. It's not getting. There's the pressure still stays on. You might be 5-2 up, but now you've got it. Max Stagg coming up, who's red hot. So you're back into it. We're back into we take a breath for a minute and then bang, straight back into the game.
Well, there's still a lot of baseball to go here because West Torrens have 12 outs to work with, and there's been some crazy games played between those 2 teams, hasn't there?
You are spot on. There is a lot of baseball left.
Max Stagg will come to the plate. Michael Gain working, how many, 98 pitches did you say?
92, 57-35.
So 1, maybe 2 innings if he is efficient.
He's got to be efficient.
He's got the bottom half of the lineup to work with, and that has been the effective part of the lineup so far in this series. Pitch outside, Max Stagg takes. 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to center and flew out to right.
Garney just got to keep mixing his pitches up, getting hitters off balance, and he'll keep continuing to get out. If he tries to overpower guys, that's when he tends to get himself hurt.
Stagg again, flared towards right field. Peter Pake has a look, that goes foul. Bullpen action. I don't see anybody down the left field line for Goodwood. And in the right side, I don't think anybody is up and moving.
There is a little bit of movement
now somebody's up and moving on the mound, yeah. Well, let's see what happens.
You have to make a change. You can't bring Snellgrove back at this point in time unless you're declaring, really.
Swing and a miss, drop third strike, easy out. So Michael Gain hasn't had a strikeout since the second inning. That's just his second strikeout of the game.
Yeah. Well, he's getting the job done.
He is. Quality start, just like his counterpart in Will Corticus. There was a look at the bullpen. Who was that? Let's get a shot of that again. Who was that up on the mound? Neuenborn over towards third. Steph Welsh takes across the diamond. 2 down. It's just easy.
Like, he's got to come around that, down the line. Like, that is routine for a guy like him, but it still it just makes it look so easy. It's down the line, he comes around.
Probably good for Michael Gain that he's got the first 2 outs in relatively few pitches.
Not good for West Torrens right here. And this is where Tyrone is going to use his experience, you'd think, and he's going to take some pitches. He's going to hang around. He's going to try and milk that count as much as he can. And Bone can hit with 2 strikes.
Sure can.
It's arguably one of the cleverest hitters.
Behind.
And well done to Garney, right? This is where
couple strikes
talked about with Fitzy trying to get pushed too hard. He's just thrown the strikes when he needed to at the right point in time. And then you can throw a ball there because you're ahead of the count. But at that point, that's where a young pitcher, inexperienced, tries to do too much and then gets behind in the count when they need to get that quick inning. So hats off to him at this point in the battle.
Hamley towards right field. That drop in fair?
Yep.
It did. So it drops in. Tyrone Hamley with a base hit. That's his second of the day.
That's a little dead corner there at right field, especially with this win. Just drops. I just had a little break, Michael, and just had a conversation with someone outside, and they said, how can it be a dead ball? It's a pitched ball. It can either be a ball or a strike.
Well, going back to the hit the pitch where he leaned in and he was rolled back.
Is that one back for me, Scotty?
He's got to do better than that, Rev.
No.
That all you
got? It was a comeback an hour later.
Hey, how long have you been playing the game?
You just went down and read the rule book. Just to make sure you were right.
No, I knew I was right.
Because the ball hits...
There's a new old married couple in town.
If the ball hits a hitter, it's dead.
It is dead, but it's a pitched ball.
Takes the heat off me, Eric.
It does.
Come any time, Rev.
I'm going to be your fall guy.
Nico Vanderlinden
great hit.
Up the middle, so Tyrone Hamley started the rally. It's back-to-back hit for the Eagles. 7, 8, 9. Well, Jasper Clark, he's been hit twice. He had that big moment in the 6th inning that cleared the bases last night. Can he cut the deficit here?
Interesting, you talk about hitters. Nico hitting number 8 is 307.
Is that good?
How long have you been around this game?
Yeah.
Own that outside edge is the key now.
Clark has had a very impressive grand final so far. 2 extra base hits last night, and he was looking for his 3rd.
Right, just nibble on that outside edge.
Jasper's tried to put that one over left field big time.
Doesn't need to right now, though, right? You just got to find that gap.
You got to get yourself back in the game. Just missing the outside edge, but that's great pitch by Michael Garn there.
Yeah.
Clark. Opposite field, Peter Pake moving back. He has to go all the way back to the wall. Gets the crucial third out that retires this side. We've played 6. Goodwood have their noses in front. It's a 3-run lead in game 2 of the championship series. Trying to force a Sunday. We'll be back after Peter Pake catches this ball and we go to break.
HILLTOP Office Supplies are here to provide you with all your stationery, sanitary products and office equipment. We are a local business servicing local communities with the ability to offer you and your business the best prices. We offer a large range of office supplies from pens, ink cartridges and toner to monitors, keyboards and laptops. If you can't see it on our website or in our catalogue, ask us and we'll source it for you. We have a partnership with Kaishira Document Solutions where you will find many leasing options available for these state-of-the-art units and plenty to choose from whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. We offer businesses a one-stop shop for all cleaning, kitchen and bathroom needs. Check
New pitcher. This is Cooper Marsh. Very good baseball mind, Cooper Marsh, up in the coaching ranks especially. He's had some action this year, 14 1/3, the 7.53 ERA, a whip of 2. Tyrone Hambley brought in James Snellgrove, who allows 3 in the 6th inning. Now Cooper Marsh, a very important inning right here because you think that this inning and how he pitches is going to table set how the game is managed from here on out.
Well, it's the heart of the order too, right? You've got 3, 4, 5, 6 up, so it's a big moment in the game here for Cooper to keep West Torrens in it and not let Goodwood blow it open a little bit in this situation.
It also will probably be your answer to the question about if we see Nathan Vanderlinden tonight based on how this inning maybe next goes too.
Yeah, well, right now you don't see him.
No.
You don't see him at all. Unless West Torrens scores some runs, Vanderlinden's not pitching tonight.
That's right.
Saving him for a battle with
100%.
presumably John Challenor tomorrow. Although, do you throw Chunky tonight in a closing situation to get those last few outs if Goodwood is in front? Like you said, Pratty, you need to make sure you're playing tomorrow before you can worry about tomorrow.
And can you come with Darren Fidge?
I think you have to throw Challenor tonight. If you can't. If you don't win tonight, there is no tomorrow.
That's right.
So you've got to go with your best guys that are hot at the moment. And
Chunky shouldn't go more than 60 pitches anyways.
No.
He should be fine for tomorrow.
Not in 2 innings.
John Challenor could probably throw 245 pitches if he was allowed to over the next 2 days.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
We all know that.
Probably could catch a game as well.
Riley Moore up to bat.
I think this innings could determine who comes in as well because if you
get more runs on the
see
board,
that there's more runs, you can then afford to play around for a little bit, bring guys in for a short leash like a Matt Watkins for a short leash.
Yeah, but
right?
Garn goes as far as he can go.
Oh, 100%. No doubt about that.
Bullpens were always going to be a storyline in this playoffs. The bullpen of West Torrens with an ERA of a little over 7 in the finals so far. Goodwood's bullpen, an ERA of 15.75 in the playoffs. So you want to know how important those starting pitchers are and how crazy games have got late? Well, look no further than these two teams who have contributed to a couple crazy ones already these final series. Even if Goodwood's up 10-2, you just don't know because that's happened already this year in the playoffs.
The chances of that are happening again,
not high.
A rarity. So go with the old head. Darren Fidge.
Riley Moore battling away. Finds a gap, and Riley Moore's come to the plate 4 times. He's got 2 hits, 2 walks. His 23-game on-base streak broken last night, but he's made up for it in spades this evening. Steph Welsh will come up to bat. Good at bat from Riley Moore.
How many times have Goodwood got the lead off on?
1, 2. That was the 3rd time, and they've scored the lead off 2 for 2 so far.
Yep.
Very good hitting lineup. Best in the league. Welsh takes a pitch inside.
This part of the innings is really crucial for West Torrens. And then the Bones has to think the next thing from that is how long do you leave Cooper in there for?
That's right.
If it starts to open up a little bit, who's your next port of call, or do you just leave him out there and just let it play out, and then not burn anyone else out of the pen?
Well, the ball slips away, and that's crucial because Riley Moore is now in scoring position.
I think you'll find here, Michael, that any pitcher that's coming out right now, you're not going to burn them. You're going to need them for tomorrow.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If it opens up, Cooper just throws the rest of the game.
Yeah.
He just throws the rest of the game.
You don't want to go to your pen.
You're not going to throw anyone else out of your pen at this stage.
You're waving the white flag and saying, we're going to win this tomorrow. We're going to settle it tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't throw anyone else.
That's right.
You're not going to throw anyone else. But the worst part about it was James Snellgrove the right person.
Only Bone can answer that question.
Yep.
Steph Welsh with a runner on base to try to cash in.
Well, just on to that, Rev, it's 2-2, right? You bring Nico in, right? Nathan in, and they score. You don't have him for tomorrow because you brought him in so early, right? So that's the other thing. You got to gear up. You also, and this is the beauty of a 3-game series, you got to gear up for that 3rd game. Whilst it's you got to win at all costs, you've also got to be mindful that at 2-2 in the the 5th. Goodwood are going to score at some stage, and you've got to play you can't go and try and win everything. You've got to be smart in that. Okay, I'll accept it. I don't want to.
And Nathan's been hit hard too at times.
Yeah, that's right. But I've got to get ready for game 3 as well, and that's the beauty of a 3-game series.
Yep. And that's the hardest part. All finals are 3 games, whereas they don't play 3 games ever until they hit the finals.
And so that's where you draw on Bones' experience of understanding that and going, well, hey, I want to go with Nico. It's no disrespect to Nath. It's no disrespect to him.
Yeah.
But I need him for game 3.
He's your ace.
That's right.
He's your ace right now.
And like you said, Danny, if they were up and all of a sudden the game's on the line, well, then all of a sudden you're looking at Nathan to come in.
100%.
But not at 2-2 and knowing that Goodwood are going to score some runs.
Well, Goodwood up 5-2. Well, we have fireworks in the distance right now over at Glenelg. Well, we have fireworks in this inning. Bunted down the first base line. Tyrone Hamley just going to tag him out.
And we see another bunt.
So Dylan Child bunts. It's runners on second and third.
As I said, when you've got 3 runs, you don't need to bunt.
I'm not convinced with that. But anyway.
Is that Ben just double guessing himself as to?
No. He has a plan. He has a plan. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. But
looking for some insurance.
Matt Hutchings needs to make an adjustment here. His 3 at-bats, he's been just coming under that ball and fouling, and he's got some balls that he's just not quite got right.
Got to drive it.
Yeah.
Fireworks in the distance again, boys.
Just need some patience here, Matt Hutchings.
And it's a little nub shot down the line. It stays fair, and Tyrone Hamley is going to tag him. Hutchings called out, and that seems like a wasted at-bat.
Especially with a swing from Matt Hutchings right there.
What?
It's just really killed you.
On earth. Michael Dunn, over to you.
I'm speechless. I'm not sure what to say there.
Goodwood had runners on first and second with nobody out.
Well, it was a good pitch by Cooper Marsh.
It was a good pitch from Cooper.
Bulk.
Whoa.
He bulked.
Whoa.
Wow. Cooper Marsh called for the balk. And that will advance both runners. It's a crucial run to make it 6-2.
We're going to have a look at that.
Do we have a replay of that, of the pitcher on the mound?
No,
Do we have it before that? Before that.
Double movement.
No.
Oh, no,
that was live. Owen Hughes fouls that away. Yeah, it was just before that last.
Back further if we can. Let's
Here it is,
see what
yeah.
he does here.
I'll call the action. You play the replay.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah,
Start, stop.
moved.
Start, stop.
That's a good catch from Belly.
Yep, start, stop.
Wow. There's not much in that.
But he
No, but he did move.
Yeah.
He definitely.
He started his action, Scotty, and then stopped his action.
There it is. Fireworks, boys.
There is fireworks down at West Beach as well.
Owen Hughes
How critical
had
is
the
that
walk.
run?
Chops it back towards third. Jacob Scott across the diamond makes the play. We've played 7.5. It's time to stretch. Is there a 7-inning stretch down here this week? I don't know. Either way.
I'm not sure any of us are capable of stretching.
Not right now. It's been a long one. This game started off with a 45-minute delay as they tried to fix the bases for 45 minutes down at first base. And then Goodwood applied some immediate pressure. They could not score, but the first run came in the second inning when Peter Pake had runners on second and third. He cashed in a run to make it 1-0 Goodwood. More pressure on the base pass. Eventually, West Torrens tied things up in the fourth when Mitch Neuenborn had that little single up the middle to make it 1-1. Goodwood reclaimed the lead in the fifth. This time, it wasn't Peter Pake with the RBI, but it was Peter Pake scoring the go-ahead run to make it 2-1. Stephen Welsh was the one that helped cash him in. And then in the sixth inning, that's when the big runs came. 3 runs scored, and Peter Pake, who has done something every time he's come up to bat, either an RBI or a walk to score a run. He had that double that scored 2, made it 5-2. Goodwood have since added to the lead. They up 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the seventh, and that was a crucial run, and that's where we're at, fellas.
Eric, you're spot on. That's a big, big run for Goodwood Baseball Club right there.
Yeah, it certainly is, and even when you look at the scoreline and the box score, 8 hits to 5, 6 runs to 2. It's just that crucial hits that score those runs and making those get them on, move them over and score them.
But great pickup by plate umpire Andrew Bell. Great pickup. And it's amazing how much work as an umpire you have to do prior to the pitch being thrown.
Yep.
You've got to be watching the pitcher all the time.
Just the bottom of the seventh?
Bottom of the seventh. Windy out there.
Just adding a new profile picture there, Eric.
Absolutely. Michael Gaines still out on the mound. He's got 107 pitches he's used, so he's got 18 up his sleeve.
Correct.
Yep. He'd like to get through this one.
Yep. And to go into the next.
Yeah.
Ball to the outside. Goodwood facing elimination tonight. But they are sort of the team that won't go away, Goodwood. They'll keep coming back at you.
They've got some fight tonight.
That big sixth inning, just like it was last night, that's the big difference. Although Goodwood, to their credit, have been putting pressure on the base pass all game long. Peter Pake, best on ground so far tonight, you'd probably say.
Yeah, he's had a good game, the young fella.
The young buck.
Does this swing the momentum, Michael? Goodwood win this game. Chunky coming out and starting tomorrow. It has to be in their favour.
Nathan Vanderlyn in, though.
It's 50. I would like to guess, nah. Well, you're Challoner against Van der Linden. I mean, they're both gone really well. I mean,
if it gets that far.
I'd hate to guess.
That is literally a coin flip game.
100%.
In the daytime.
Michael Garn cannot afford to put this runner on.
Well, no, yeah, they can't let West Torrens get a sniff because when they smell something, they pounce on it. Works the count back full. Nick George reached twice today, both of them walks.
Garm's now up to 112. 13 to go.
Gone looking. Third strikeout of the day.
And that's where Garney works at his best. 3-1 off speed, 3-2 off speed. And the hitters are not looking for those pitches in both those situations. Freeze up,
and that's
punched out.
That's just having control of your great pitch.
It's just an off-speed pitch.
Yep.
Breaks over the plate.
Jacob Scott.
Not much different to the one that got hold a ball the last time, Ref.
I reckon that was a better pitch. And it's a fine line, isn't it? It is a fine line.
Absolutely.
Well, it's an interesting one. Michael Gain, though, getting his third strikeout of the game. This is a crucial part of the lineup, the top of the order. This is where they generate most of their runs. Batted down the line, foul. So up to 116, I think, now, Michael Gain on the pitch count. So he might not even make it out of this inning.
No. Spot on, Eric.
That ball's down.
West Torrens will hope for a mid-inning pitching change, but Gainey not far from getting out of it. Ball hit up the middle. Matt Hutchings should have no problem with it. 2 down.
Michael, I'll pose a question to you on that catch. Is that lazy outfield?
Don't get me started.
Come on, mate.
Why don't you catch that in front of him?
These kids do what they like.
Oh, but if they make the mistake...
Oh,
it's an out. There's 2 out. Let's move on.
That's a good comment right there, if I've ever heard one. And I see a lot of them do that these days, and
it is what it is.
No, but if he drops it,
he'd be sitting next to me.
No, he wouldn't. You wouldn't have him sitting next to you.
That's a good point. He'd be sitting in the crowd.
Base is clear for Tom McGarry. This is likely the last batter.
Where's he at, Eric?
What's it?
I'll tell you.
If he can get out of this right now early, he goes to the next inning.
I'm waiting, Brady.
119.
He's got 6.
He probably got another hitter.
You roll him out even for 1 in the next inning?
No, but he's got another hit. No, this would be it, but...
Hard hit ball, right field. Peter Paik having a look.
Gone.
Tom McGarry to the wall. It is gone. A home run from Tom McGarry. Strikes West Torrens a little bit back. And the RBI King has his second of the night at 6-3. That was driven.
This is his last hitter, though.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
That's a good hit there by Tom. He's got every bit of that. Looks like the breeze has dropped and that one's sailed.
Sam McGarry.
Sorry to say there, Scotty, but that ball's got a dent in it.
You don't need to be sorry, mate. It's we're here for baseball.
Well, West Torrens still have some fight in them yet. And once they get to the Goodwood bullpen, which has a 15.75 ERA in the playoffs, that's when things can get interesting. Good effort from Peter Paik. Try to climb the fence of a ball that was never going to be caught. When you're hot, you're hot. Likely the last batter that Michael Gain will face.
No.
Didn't go.
He didn't go. Didn't go.
Riley Moore trying the sell job. Maybe he did go.
See?
They call that in the big leagues.
Hey, the beauty of replay, hey?
Yep. Big swing and a miss. Gain gets him this time. And Michael Gain with a quality start allows just 3 runs in 7 innings, and Goodwood are in front going to the last 3.
Yeah, and outstanding numbers there for Garney. It's 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. After 7 127 pitches.
Hilltop Office Supplies are here to provide you with all your stationery, sanitary products and office equipment. We are a local business servicing local communities with the ability to offer you and your business the best prices. We offer a large range of office supplies from pens, ink cartridges and toner to monitors, keyboards and laptops. If you can't see it on our website or in our catalogue, ask us and we'll source it for you. We have a partnership with Kaishira Document Solutions where you will find many leasing options available for these state-of-the-art units and plenty to choose from whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. We offer businesses a one-stop shop for all cleaning, kitchen and bathroom needs. Check out our website at www.hilltopofficesupplies.com.au. Register your business to stay on
change up.
Just having a replay here of Tom McGarry's hit. Scotty, I'll do your job for you.
Thanks, Rev.
And he's got every part of that.
Now you could see that we talked about there'd be no home runs hit tonight, and you can't keep a good man down in Tom McGarry, the 420 hitter, and you know there's no doubt about him as he can clear the park easy. And wow, he sat back and hit what is his 10th home run for the season. So.
Oh.
Max Stagg has just overrun that ball, and now
Owen Hughes turning second, coming into third for a triple. Great running there by Owen Hughes. We talked about him having bad legs.
Tom Feebick.
Tom Feebick,
mate.
My bad. Jeez, he runs faster than Owen Hughes. I'll take that. So as you see, that's just a ground ball, and played it badly there, Max Stagg. Tom Feebick taking the opportunity and running really hard. Max Stagg still gets a good throw, makes a play, but Tom Feebick running those bases really hard. It's very costly as the lead-off guy for Goodwood comes up and ends up at third. And look at Tom running really hard. He knows he's got to put in, and bang, bang play still.
Ruled a single by the scorers and advancing to third.
As it would be. But great work by Tom Feebick to run that hard, not looking at staying at second, looking at getting a third to be at third with none out at a point in time when Goodwood is 6-3 up.
Well, Peter Paik in each of his 3 at-bats has been impactful. In the first inning, or in his first at-bat, in the second, he had a single that scored the first run of the game to make it 1-0. In the 5th, he drew a leadoff walk. He was later cashed in by Stephen Welsh to make it 2-1 Goodwood, and then at a 2-2 game with runners on second and third, he had a double that scored them both in his last at-bat. He's got 3 RBIs. Peter Paik's been all around the mark, and he has a chance to add another one here.
And you can see the West Torrens infield looking to come and get that play at home, starting to play in. Peter Paik's got to drive that ball into the outfield right now.
He just missed it.
Not try and do too much, just hit that ball out in the outfield, give Feebick the chance to score on a sac fly. Or he hits a ground ball with eyes. Especially when they're playing in it, it opens up the field for you.
Towards right field. It should be deep enough. A runner will tag Feebick going towards the plate. There'll be a play there, and he's going to be gunned down. It'll be a double play at the end of the day, and it just keeps West Torrens in touch. Jasper Clark adding to his resume this series.
And I'm really impressed with Jasper Clark there. He's gone back deep enough so that he got to run up to that ball to give himself momentum, which got the ball to the home plate quicker.
Yeah, he's got a good arm there.
Yeah.
Back to the top of the lineup with Josh Cakebread. His 5th at-bat of the game. He's 0 for 4. Big credit to Cooper Marsh. So just the 1 run in his relief inning so far. Ooh.
Wow.
Up the middle, Cooper Marsh will run it himself, so it ends up being an anything but simple 1-2-3 inning for West Torrens, and they're still in this game. Well,
my fellow commentators, are we saying that maybe Tom Feebig might have got in there, or he's tagged on the shoulder?
It looks as he's got that hand down as he's tagged him. It looks like he's got that hand touch the plate down, bang.
Ooh, that's bang bang. That's tough.
And that is a tough call.
That is. And in that situation, plate umpire, he's seen that. He's got to make that call of an out. I'm sticking with Andrew Bell's call there. A lot of dust. But
a lot of dust.
Great throw by Jasper Clark.
Well, what a game we have had. West Torrens still trying to fight back. They were down 6-2 after the 6th inning 3-run appearance from Goodwood. They added another to make it 6-2 in the 7th. Tom McGarry hit the home run last inning. It's 6-3 now, so we still got some time to go, and now it is going to be a call to the bullpen. And look who is on the mound, fellas.
John Challinor, Mr. Reliable.
Just there to try to close things out. Now, John Challinor, a very fast worker on the mound. He'll be trying to keep that pitch count down. Assuming Goodwood can close this out, that's why they brought John Challinor on. He'll be starting tomorrow, too.
100%.
Definitely.
So a big moment for Chunky.
Do you want to talk us through the numbers if he throws tonight, what happens tomorrow?
What do you mean?
0, it starts fresh?
No, he's got 155 over the weekend.
150.
150.
You can't throw any more than 60.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to have a day's rest.
Right.
So if I thought it was 80, but thanks for that, Michael. It's 60.
It's 60. I think it's 60, but could be 80. You're the umpire, but you're also the performance guy on the board.
I don't make the rules.
You just break him.
60 tonight, as I said, that gives him 90 tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's getting you, with the way John throws, that's getting you deep into the game.
Well, you got to get to game 3, like we talked about it before.
And with a 15.75 ERA from the bullpen, you're going with your starter.
He's not throwing 16 2 innings.
No.
Well, if he does, then Goodwood aren't playing tomorrow.
Right.
Bang, bang.
And that's the important thing is you've got to get to tomorrow. You're 6-3 up against West Torrens.
John Challinor,
You've got some work to do here.
67 2/3 inning pitch this year, 10-1 record, a 2.52 ERA, and a 109 WHIP. Some of the better numbers in the competition. He's going against Max Stagg right now, one of the bright stars. But John Challinor, 46 years old, ahead early, and he throws strikes.
And here's a pitcher that owns every pitch that he has in his repertoire. It just makes batters uncomfortable.
Ahead early, and you see he gets that ball back, and he's ready to throw.
We've just had a question come in about the balk that was called on Cooper Marsh. What he's done, just wait for this pitch. What he's done is he started his action to go into a set. He's then stopped without coming to the set. And a great call by Andrew Bell to pick that up and put the balk into play.
It's a huge run, isn't it? Because 5-3 game and 6-3 game are very different stories, aren't they?
Yeah, certainly are. That's over Jez over at Port Lincoln there, the boys over at Port Lincoln.
I reckon it might have been 6-2. Because then Tom hit his home run.
Tom hit the home run, yeah. So the game would be 5-3 now instead of 6-3.
Yep.
Just a crucial extra run chasing 3 rather than 2, right?
That's right.
Max Stagg working the count here of John Challinor. Mitch Neuenborn and Tyrone Hambley do up. Ball chopped over to third is called foul.
No, we haven't got anyone.
Okay, it's out.
As I said, Max Stagg is remonstrating here, but for the plate umpire, it's a very hard call to pick. Ball goes down into the dirt. There's dust. It's very hard to see, and he's wearing white cleats. Very hard to see whether that's come off his foot. Let's have a look here. No, in front. It's too hard to call.
Do you get some help on that, Rev? What do you do on that situation? Can you get someone else to give you some?
The idea right there is that the Tyrone comes out there and said, "Hey, Andrew, can we get some help on that? You've got your 3 other umpires."
But what's going to happen? What's the other 2 umpires going to do?
They may have seen something, and that's all they can do is go to Andrew Bell. Hey, yeah, we've definitely clearly seen it hit his foot, or hey, we've got nothing.
Yep.
You stick with your call.
As a seasoned veteran guy too, what you do if you're Max Staggs, you fall on the ground.
You sell it. Sell the sizzle, mate.
Sell the sizzle.
Michael, you've just got in front of me. Fall on the ground.
Grab your foot.
Why would you fall otherwise?
Grab your foot.
And that will say to the plate umpire, "Oh, it's hit him. Foul."
Mitch Neuenborn had that single in RBI earlier. 1 for 3 on the day. Couple hits already in the series.
This is the advantage of John Challinor, that he'll give you everything in his power. You're not going to get a fastball again in this sequence.
No, you're not.
Well, John Challinor pitching into his 4th decade right now.
Prove me wrong.
I think that was a splitty.
Okay.
His splitty's always been good, eh?
Oh, nasty.
Back in his younger day, it was brutal.
See that wrist there? It has not recovered. I used to catch him, and that wrist there, all the way through my thumb. Chucky, I go, how many pitches you got? He said, I'll just keep shaking you till I want you to throw a pitch to the light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, mate, I've only got 5 fingers. And all of them with just pure command.
And that's crazy, because you would have caught him. What years would you have caught him from?
96.
As Hambley grounds this over. A good diving play from Cakebread.
Wow. What a play.
We've played 8. 1 inning to go. Goodwood trying to force a game 3. And Josh Cakebread not taking any chances.
That's a great play by the veteran second baseman.
See the way he went back and across on that ball? Yep. Like, a lot of guys will cut that off.
We will be back with the 9th.
HILLTOP Office Supplies are here to provide you with all your stationery, sanitary products and office equipment. We are a local business servicing local communities with the ability to offer you and your business the best prices. We offer a large range of office supplies from pens, ink cartridges and toner to monitors, keyboards and laptops. If you can't see it on our website or in our catalogue, ask us and we'll source it for you. We have a partnership with Kaishira Document Solutions where you will find many leasing options available for these state-of-the-art units and plenty to choose from whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. We offer businesses a one-stop shop for all cleaning, kitchen and bathroom needs. Check out our website at www.hilltopofficesupplies.com.au. Register your business to stay on top of the latest sales and receive member specials. We are baseball people here to support the baseball community.
wasn't really a question, but Nathan Vanderlinden is not going to pitch tonight.
Nope.
Unless West Torrens scored. Well, even if the West Torrens score 4 runs, then he's not pitching at all. Ryan Broom into the game. West Torrens, that is what their hand is tomorrow. Nathan Vanderlinden will be the starter.
The only if West Torrens tie it in the bottom of the ninth,
then
maybe. But apart from that, no. He is definitely your starter tomorrow.
And see, now that causes another problem. If West Torrens get 3 in the ninth and tie it, and you go to the 10th, what did Goodwood do with Chunky?
Well, if he's under 60, you leave him there.
You're going to keep him up until he's 60 and then...
Don't know. You
can't win the game. You got to win the game.
Tomorrow. Can't win on
tomorrow
Sunday.
for Goodwood.
That's right. I was just about to say here.
Jack Bushell finds a little alley, pokes it to center field. It's another 2-hit night for Jack Bushell, who's got that start at short.
We better take those drinks away from
those
you,
pretzels.
What's a shark?
I'm eating a pretzel. Come on.
A credit to Nico van der Linden. He's cut that ball off and kept it down to a single. If that ball gets a little bit further, Jack Bushell's taking second base.
Yeah, it was well played. You can see him going back and across on that ball to keep it in front of him. What's important right now is Goodwood need to score another run.
Yeah.
They need to keep the pressure on because you know West Torrens are coming back.
And it's the heart of the lineup too, right? So you'd expect him, and another leadoff guy on. You'd expect some things to happen here.
Riley's 2 for 2 at the moment
with 2 walks on his other ones.
Yeah,
he's had a good game, Riley Moore.
He's hot.
How's those numbers on screen? An insurance run would be handy here for Goodwood, though, wouldn't it?
It's more than handy. It's important. It's really important. They need to be looking at 2 right here. Is what they should be thinking. Is they got to get 2 runs.
We've seen some wild swings.
And we've seen some wild finishes to games between these 2 teams.
Riley Moore, he cannot get out tonight. That's his 3rd hit of the game. He's got a hit, or he's got 2 walks. Other than that,
Michael, I know there's a runner at first here, but it just seems that Riley's got all 3 hits in that gap. Are you doing anything?
Yeah.
His last
Riley
2
hits to all fields. That's the problem. It's not easy to. You probably can play a little percentage, but it's
Well, you got to throw him away. You got to make him go to the opposite field then.
Stephen Welsh. He's got an RBI in this game. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a ribby.
And that's about all you're going to see right there. is some breaking balls.
Once again, Goodwood have the leadoff runner. They've scored that leadoff runner on all occasions this game. 3 for 3 so far when they do that. Oh, never mind. They didn't get that last inning. They got thrown out with a runner on 3rd. Thrown out at the plate, Tom Feebig. Few people chanting Welshie's name in the stands. And Welshie puts it on the ground. Hambley is going to throw. He tries to get 1. And do they get 2? He's called safe. Runners will be on the corner. They do get the runner out at 2nd. 1 out. Runners on each side of the diamond.
Dylan Childs' job right here now is just to get a fly ball, score a run.
That was heads-up play there by Bone, just to get that other runner in the scoring position out. A less
Did he have his foot on the bag?
Can we go back
to that play at 2nd?
I'm not sure whether he was on the bag.
Ooh. Take a look at Nick George at 2nd, and when the ball hits his glove.
His foot looked like it was in the air.
It is.
Ooh. It's not even. He's off the bag.
He's off the bag.
Wow.
He had to jump from the bag, and then a big shot from Dylan Child, left side, foul.
Wow.
Can we slow that down at all?
Oh, he's off.
Slow it down, maybe?
That's clear, mate.
No, it's
you
interesting.
didn't bring your eyes.
Rev, you're the umpire. Give us your thoughts.
The good part about what Nick George has done is he's actually pointed his toe, which then makes it...
It makes it look like it?
It makes, yeah.
Oh, he's miles off the bat. He's off the bat.
What do you think?
He's off it.
He's off.
Yeah. But Riley made no comment.
Yeah, but what's he going to say?
And
Well, Riley wouldn't be able to necessarily see that either.
No. Was he in the process of sliding? So he's not going to know. He's gone down to slide, and that's just clearly just up to the umpire to make his call.
Either way, Goodwood's still in a pretty good position.
Well, just need, again, it's a fly ball to the outfield score. Just score one at a time.
There it is.
Dylan Child gets the ball deep enough. It will be caught by Max Stagg. He'll try to gun it in. It's a pretty good throw, but the ball was just too deep. Jack Bushell scores, and there's that insurance run that Goodwood were looking for. They're up 7-3.
That's a scenario there too, Praddy. That see this ball in the outfield there? Staggy stand underneath it. They've given Staggy the opportunity to go and make the throw, right?
Yep.
As a good base runner, well, she's not as quick, but as a good base runner, tags it first and goes to second.
That's right.
In that situation, the guy's going to catch it, right?
Because the ball's going all the way to
plate. The ball's
plate.
always going to go to the plate.
Yep.
So as soon as he catches it, you just go straight to second, and they're standing up.
Matt Hutchings up to bat. Goodwood has been fairly relentless all night long, haven't they? Started in the first inning when they had runners on. They had 2 runners on first and second. They had a runner that was caught stealing. That's okay. They backed it up in the next inning when Peter Pake had his first RBI in the second. Base runner in every inning except for the 4th.
Well, they're at their 11th hit for the night.
Relentless.
West Torrens are at their 6th.
Every player, 7 of the 9 players, have got on base. Fouled away. Hutchings just trying to put a little exclamation point on the game. And a big strikeout from Ryan Broom ends the inning. But Goodwood, they used those 3 runs in the 6th inning. They're going to put 7 on the board through 9. Now they are 3 outs away from making everybody come back here tomorrow to do game number 3. We're going to head to a quick break. We'll be back with a conclusion.
It might have been in, but...
Citadel IT has been built on the foundations of trust and reliability. We have experience in all aspects of IT, including cloud computing, security, networking, and more. If you are looking for an experienced team that will give you an honest answer about your business needs, then contact Citadel IT today.
John Challenor back out on the mound, looking to get the last 3 outs of this game, and then he'll try to get the first, 15 to 18 outs tomorrow in game number 3. That's his formula. West Torrens still with a hope. They're down by 4 runs, though. They would need a big rally. They've scored 3. They've got their runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. RBIs to Tom McGarry. 1 was on a sac fly, 1 on a home run, and Mitch Neuenborn had an RBI single to score the first run back in the 4th. 7-4. Or 7-3, rather.
7-3, and we've got a couple of guest commentators here in Tyler Dunn and George Simon. Welcome, boys.
Fellas, hanging out with us for the last couple innings. You can see them up in the top. They're the ones that
Wave up there,
wave.
wave.
Oh, there we go. So we're zooming in. Nico Vanderlinden leading things off, followed by Jasper Clark, Nick George. Vanderlinden has a hit. Jasper Clark's been on twice, hit by pitch, and Nick George been on twice, 2 walks. So it's been productive.
Watch the speed of John Challenor.
Oh.
As in the timing of him.
He'll receive that ball, get his signal, bang, he goes again. And maybe tomorrow, West Torrens, to upset it, they just step out, get out.
Yeah, that's right.
Off to the right side of the diamond. Dylan Childs made a couple nice plays over at first. You think back, West Torrens had bases loaded all the way back in the 3rd inning, and Tom McGarry hit a hard ball over towards Dylan Child. He blocked it, got back to the bag, and that was the big difference in saving probably a couple runs. That was a key moment in the game.
Well, that was a big time for them to really break the game open, and as you said, yeah, that was a great out, and could have really turned ugly.
Jasper Clark.
Whereas last night, they're the ones that went the other way, and then all of a sudden it opened up. Just trying to upset Chunky's timing there.
He is.
Jasper Clark continues his big series. He's got a base hit. Still a pulse for West Torrens.
Which is well done by Jasper in that way, that he's unsettled Chunk and then he's come back in and got himself a hit.
Yep.
That can go either way, and that can really hurt you.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that he's up and about and he wants to take the game on, and then he comes and delivers. You got to, if you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, right?
I think there was just an exchange between Jasper and John Challenor then.
Always.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Hey, stay with us, boys. Come on. Stay with us. Come on. Stay with us.
This is Chunk at his finest right here. This is workmanship. What's Belly doing here?
Hey, stay on us. Stay on us.
It's no time for him to be having a go right here.
Stay on us.
The only problem
Is an umpire not allowed to step off, a pitcher not allowed to step off the plate? What's the...
If once he's received the ball from the catcher, he has 12 seconds. But once Chunky stepped off, and hey, he's clearly an experienced pitcher to know what he's doing. And now there's a bit of animation going on here. John's gone down to do a shoelace up, and Andrew Bell's not clearly happy with something.
What?
I don't know. If I can say this, sometimes as an umpire...
This has been animated all night.
Sometimes as an umpire, don't pick up the shitty end of the stick.
Don't do it. You don't need to. Just call the balls and strikes.
This is the whole point.
And now he comes back and throws a strike, and that had the biggest cheer of the game from the Goodwood crowd.
This is my point in these situations where the umpires get involved when they don't need to get involved.
That's right.
Because someone gets thrown out of the game there, where if...
Chopped into the
That's gone past him.
outfield, diving to make the play.
Wow.
Matt Hutchings dives across, and the Goodwood supporters are up and about. What a catch.
I looked at that ball, and I thought it was travelling
great
away
catch
from
for
Matt
Hutch.
Hutchings, and he's just come up with a clutch catch.
What a play. Hutchings flying through the air. In a game that's been animated all night, there was even a moment where the benches, they didn't clear to fight each other, but they had cleared to go out into left field because fans were heckling in the game. Now Jacob Scott, the last hope for West Torrens.
Tonight.
Tonight.
There is the sun will come up tomorrow, and
That's
they'll
right.
do it all again.
11:30. Over towards second, takes a hop on Cakebread, makes the play. Goodwood are on their feet. They've forced a game 3.
I'm going to be really interested to see what transpired with John Challenor and Andrew Bell.
Yeah, but that's where a situation where a guy gets thrown out of the game because an umpire reacted.
Yep.
Where if they didn't react,
I'm agreeing with you.
he wouldn't have got. Nothing would have happened.
Either way, the kids are loving it. The Goodwood boys climbing the fence. What a game from Goodwood. Relentless with the bat. Michael Gain, solid in starting. John Challenor, Cruzy in relief. And fellas, this series is going down to the wire.
That's exactly what we wanted to. It's what it deserved. 2 good teams, 22, 21 premierships. We want to see a battle royale, and we've got one on our hands. We've got some fire in the game. We've got some get up and go. Everyone wants to win. The hungriest will win, and it's great to see.
And at that moment, this is when you needed your umpires to be at their calmest. And unfortunately, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what transpired out there. I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll definitely be ringing in to you, Eric, and let you know what our discussion was in the room.
But my point to that is if Belly goes out and they have a toe-to-toe and Belly throws Chunky out of the game, it's all caused by Belly going out there.
Yeah,
because
right.
that wouldn't have happened if he just let him do what he was doing.
Yep.
There's no need to make a scene there.
Yeah,
and then it
exactly.
just turns into an absolute crap fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't put me in a hole here because I've got to deal with those umpires.
I'm just
You're
talking
right.
from my point of view that it could... If Challenor got thrown out of the game in that situation, it would have been an absolute debacle.
Either way, he didn't get thrown out, and the game ends 7-3. Goodwood have the lead. It'll be Challenor versus Vanderlinden tomorrow. A series that deserves 3 gets game 3, and we'll see you then.